Are we gonna all right, once again I'm live, get my Frank on, Shaq will join later. Anybody else? But look, let me break this down, man. So yeah, y'all were talking about HB1 visas. I said, so let me just put somebody on to talk about these HB1 visas. And I will do it this way because when I do it this way, you understand, we're gonna understand about the outsourcing, and actually probably I need to give me a pen and write some of this stuff down myself. Um, this will be very interesting, Frank, and then you're gonna find out where all the money going. So let's hope it don't speed up play, because this will be quite a little topic right here.
Would not work with the 2000 bug, and the .com was occurring in the mid-90s. So the gates were open for H-1Bs. And the predominant number of people that came were this next wave of Indians. But I got to tell you, the next wave of Indians who came were not the creme de la creme, okay? And we'll talk about it after Suresh gives what is the H-1B. The people that came were just trying to get out of India. Many of them trying to get any angle to get to the United States. And they came through an ecosystem of outsourcing companies, body shops, brokers, but it was intended for U.S. employers. I had a company that called Echo Mail for real employers to get really good people from India. And we would have, I think I brought in about 5 or 10 H-1B people. But what ended up happening was these big outsourcing companies funded by Silicon Valley, these big brokers, scammed the entire H-1B system. And we'll talk about that. And what you ended up happening in the end state was you got all these Indian niggas coming here. Most of them house niggas who didn't give a fuck about America, who didn't give a fuck about India. They came here and they would send pictures back to on Facebook to their family back in India, how they got in their new Toyota car and how they were driving around, never integrated into American life, didn't give a fuck about this country. And this is by and large. There could be some exceptions, but very insular into this very insulated life of taking money from the United States, shipping it back to India, and would work for anything in indentured service. And we'll come back to that. So when Suresh gives the H-1B, what we're going to really talk about is, after that, this ecosystem, you're going to understand the real ecosystem of the scam. Then you're going to understand how Silicon Valley.
It's what's the name, man?
All of these people
doing it again.
Yeah.
God damn.
The other day it was because somebody else was doing on mine because somebody else's connection was messed up. But they messing with your. You know what? I'll pull it up. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let me pull it up, and I'm gonna tell you what part of the video you go to. All right. I'm gonna send it to you. All right, hold on. All right. Where I'm at on here? Go to 1107, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When you go in and fast forward to 1107, and I'm gonna tell you, because there's a lot of shit in here about this Silicon Valley thing.
Watch how mine ain't gonna be doing that. That's.
Sorry.
So I'll go to 1046 then, and then it'll let it play.
All right, go to 1046. Okay, cool. Hey, what's up, Shaq?
Salute.
All right, yeah. All right. They started me on the bullshit again, but we're gonna get this thing out of the way. All right, where you at?
And
go to that. 1046.
Does my sound like that?
I can't hear you yet. It ain't up yet.
Servants.
Oh, Dell, hold on.
And we'll come back to that. So when Suresh gives the H-1B, what we're going to really talk about is, after that, this ecosystem, you're going to understand the real ecosystem of the scam. Then you're going to understand how Silicon Valley, Elon Musk, Vivek the Snake, and all of these people profited from this. All the people who funded Trump profited from all of this.
He's kind of dark, right?
And then we're going to talk about how this latest H-1B discourse that's taking place is nothing but a fucking distraction to distract you and the American workers and workers from all backgrounds not to unite, while the Silicon Valley Zionist swarm has been raping the American people for the last 70 years. That's what we really need to talk about. Why have wages really been in decline? But before I go there, let me have Suresh. Suresh, can you tell us from a ground level your journey? Now, here's Suresh, who came from India. And by the way, Suresh is one of the rare ones who was one of the best of India. He went to Anna University, was a gold medalist. The H-1B program was to identify people like him, not scammers. And by the way, Suresh has put his butt on the line when he came here. He didn't take the vaccine. He supports our movement. 99.999% of these Indian fucking house niggas will not do any of that. They're fucking little spineless assholes. Go ahead, Suresh.
Thanks, Dr. So what is H-1B? H-1B is a non-immigrant visa in the United States that allows U.S. employers to hire foreign workers in specialized fields. So there are some eligibility requirements, like you must have some specialized knowledge. The applicant must at least hold a bachelor's degree and must demonstrate the role cannot readily be filled by U.S. workers. And then there's a key feature about duration. It's initially granted for up to 3 years, and then you have an option to extend it up to a maximum of 6 years. And then extensions beyond 6 years may be possible under specific conditions, such as pending green card applications. And the visa is employer specific, meaning the worker can only work for sponsoring employer. If you have to work for a new employer, then you have to require a new H-1B petition. And then there's another key feature of H-1B visa, which is the lottery system. Because of the high demand, the visa is subject to an annual cap of 65,000. There's a 65,000 regular cap, and then there's a 20,000 additional visas for individuals who have master's degree in the US. And then applications exceeding the cap are entered into this lottery system. They can change employers, but they must file a new H-1B petition, and then they can apply for visas for their dependents. That visa is called H4. H is a category of a visa, and in some cases, the H4 visa holders can obtain work authorization. The H-1B holders can apply for green card without jeopardizing their visa status. So original purpose, the intended purpose of the H-1B visa was designed to address US labor shortages in specialized fields like STEM, right? They want to target workers like scientists, educators, engineers, healthcare professionals, and IT specialists. There were shortages of skilled workers such as biotech, research, other advanced research, software development. The goal was to supplement US workforce, not to displace it or replace it, and to attract the global talent to maintain the United States competitive edge in technology and other key industries. That was the intended purpose for H-1B visa. But then came the exploitation. So that's the basics of H-1B, Dr. Shiva.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, so the basics, let me just go back to this. The basics of the H-1B, just to be clear.
All right. And go to about 18 minutes. But that was just the basics. Go to about 18, somewhere in there. And then they're going to talk about the scam. Well, he was already talking about the scamming, but the outsourcing and how you get a company working $50 hour. Check it out. Pull it, see what's remember right.
Company was where a guy had a company in India, which would maybe, go through code, COBOL code, for example, or Fortran code, and wherever it said 1999, it was going to change to 2000, he would correct the code. So you basically had a bunch of monkeys in India. It's not really that, sorry to use that word, but that's what it was. Right, Suresh? Monkey work. You would have sweatshops of 30,000 Indians in a sweatshop, and they would get US code and they would change it. Very simple work. And this was called outsourcing. So Indian companies would come to big companies like Ford or IBM. They say, oh, we have 30,000 employees in India. Why don't you outsource that work, which is going to cost $50 an hour? I could do it for 50 cents an hour. Right, Suresh?
Damn,
So
that's a
these
big difference, dude. Damn, that's $15 an hour. I can see 15 for 50, maybe 20 for 50.
You getting it, huh? You
50
getting it
cents,
now?
bro? Whoa.
Are you getting that?
That's
You
know what? I've heard of stuff like that. Cents, not dollars, cents.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Now,
I mean, I know the dollars are different out there.
When he brought the HB1 visas earlier, he was telling you these people really is indentured servants. What's the difference between that and a U.S. prison system? Because actually in prison, back until recently, you won't get no cents. Might be about $1 a day now. You see the game they're running? But they outsourcing it because that job will be $50 an hour, and them people got 30,000 people where they only paying them 30,000 people 50 cents. See what I'm saying?
Wow.
But that's why you keep on talking to somebody on your fucking line. You see? So this is corporations. So do you really think a corporation would want to stop this program? No, you don't. All right. Keep it going, because I just wanted to hit it. Keep it going, man. That's funny, man. Go ahead.
Companies in India started outsourcing work. So that was one ecosystem of companies, outsourcing companies. Okay. Companies were like Cognizant, TCS, Infosys. Okay. Many people came to me. They said, Dr. Shiva, you should start an outsourcing company. You could be a billionaire. I frankly had no interest in any of this. I was interested in innovative product development. But many of these people would just set up some shop and go to U.S. companies and outsource. So that was the outsourcing companies. If you want to write that down, outsourcing companies. Then there were middlemen brokers. People knew nothing about computer science, nothing about software, okay? These were middlemen companies who were sometimes called body shops. They would start a company in India, and sometimes that company had 15 different shell companies. So if they wanted to, let's say, Alan, you were in India and I wanted you to come here on an H-1B, I would pay Alan maybe only like Suresh, 20,000 rupees in India, right? A month?
Yeah.
Which would be like 240,000 rupees, maybe $5,000. So Alan would get paid $5,000 annually in India, but then he would be billed out in the United States at like 100,000, right? 20x, right, Suresh?
Right.
Or
So you make it
50x.
seem like you're paying them like full, right?
Yeah. That's how it is. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, what
like
I'm
a receipt, like a receipt, like to make it seem like they're getting paid, like they're getting paid right, like.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's very, this thing is like very, very sinister how they playing this game. That's why I say I got to let people hear this, because if you don't, that's why I'm saying, like, this is how people get screwed all the time. But of course, people don't know it. And guess what, Frank? Unfortunately, people don't even get it.
Right.
But look, this is why a lot of unions going away. I think he might mention that. Go ahead, keep it going. He gonna mention somebody.
So a company in India finds Alan, who's working in some graduate. Then they place him in the United States in a company like American Express. Okay. And someone says, get to the point, sir. Well, if you don't want to know the background, you can get the fuck out. So get the fuck out. Okay. I like to explain the background. All right, you're gone. So the background is, so you had these middlemen companies who started scamming the system. They would, remember, the U.S. had, I think, only 60,000 H-1Bs, right, Suresh? Or a limited number of total number of H-1Bs in any one year. So these middlemen, slave traders, you can think about them. That's what they really were, brokers. They would find some young guy coming out of university in India, pay him $5,000 or even less, and they would try to get an H-1B visa using his resume. Now, when you file for an H-1B, it's a lottery, right, Suresh? It goes to the bottom of a pile. So they would start 20 different companies and have 20 different companies file for that guy, scamming the system. You following? And And sometimes they would get 5 different H-1B visas for one guy. Okay. So brokers in India, some of them would get 40,000. They would get 40,000 of the H-1B lotteries. Now multiply 40,000 by what, Suresh? $50,000. What do you get? What's 40,000 times $50,000? You're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars. Okay. And these brokers would typically take 70% of that. So you had overnight these brokerage companies in India making a shitload of money. So on the one hand, you have outsourcing companies, outsourcing sort of this nominal menial work back to India. And then you also have, and by the way, H-1Bs not only go to India, they go to other countries. About 1/5 of them went to China and I think other European countries. But anyway, majority was all India. And these other companies, these brokerage companies, are placing people in U.S. offices physically, internally here. And they're making money that way, okay? These people who come here on H-1Bs that, let's say, Alan, you were there, right? And you came here. Alan's a young kid. This broker is like the slave trader. He's placing him in a U.S. company. Alan owes everything to that broker, his future, his life. He's got to pay that. The money, his salary is actually given to the broker. So the guy may be living in a small dormitory in the United States, and the broker sometimes would hold the money, hold salary, okay? So these indentured servants are beholden to who? The broker. And those individuals would eke out a living, and then at the same time, over time, by early 2000, mid 2000, as these H-1B people are here, some of them became mid-level managers. And guess what? They start outsourcing labor from the H-1B companies back to these outsourcing companies. Okay? And the ratio, Suresh, I think was 1 to 9. For every one H-1B job here, there were 9 Indians in India. Okay? Hope this is all making sense.
Sorry, Steve, if I can just ask a quick question here.
Yeah.
Because this is kind of blowing my mind. So you're telling me that when these Indians on these H-1B visas are here in the United States, a majority of their income is still going to these essentially slave merchants in India.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Oh,
slave merchants. So, for example, Rishi Sunak, the Prime Minister of India, his daughter, his wife was the daughter of one of the biggest slave merchants of India, Infosys. You can look it up. Infosys built a massive company in India doing this kind of outsourcing slave merchantry. Okay, got it? And the daughter of the multi-billionaire of India is the wife of Rishi Sunak, which is the Prime Minister of India, Prime Minister of Britain. Got it? Got it?
Oh, right. Like you were saying.
Now I was in the middle.
Oh, so they chummy with the
British. Tell me with Britain, man. That's a British protectorate, man. That's why they. And look, come and think about it. With that money system they got called BRICS.
Right.
India's in there.
British. Oh, no. That's right.
Britain, Russia, India. We got to see.
You know what's crazy? I thought Britain was our ally. Ooh. Uh-oh.
They fooled you again, didn't they?
Man.
And look, he gonna bring up something about Ramaswamy here in a minute. Hey, watch this. Call him Vivek the Snake, matter of fact. My fault. My bad. Yep, but that's how they getting over. Even if some of them, go ahead.
You say even who?
Even some of their own people don't even know this shit. Go ahead.
It's in 1993. I had started a tech company in the United States. People had invited me to go to India. I remember going to India. There was a company with 300 people. The guy wanted me to buy his company. He was going bankrupt, but he was trying to do everything, Alan. And I wanted to do real innovation. Out of those 300 people, I fired 90% of them, Alan. Most of them were useless. Their degrees were useless in India. And I kept maybe 10 of them. And I wanted to do product innovation. So I actually bought some really good people here on H-1Bs. Wow. I didn't do with brokers, Alan.
Yeah.
I brought them here to help the American economy, okay? Not the other way around, okay? Very important to understand this. So what ended up happening was by 2020, Silicon Valley, now this is a third ecosystem, David Sachs, Vivek the Snake, Elon Musk's, all of the backers of Trump now, okay, all of these scumbags in Silicon Valley, they all profited immensely from the slave trade, Alan. They profited from investing in those outsourcing companies, which grew enormously. They got traded on the Indian stock market and the US stock market, okay?
Dude.
All right? So Indian Silicon Valley people who funded Trump made billions, trillions off investing in Indian outsourcing and broker companies. Understand this, including all of Elon Musk's friends. Please understand this. And who's the middle little people here? These spineless Indians, the second wave of Indians who came here, Alan and Suresh and everyone else listening, who are not like my parents, devoted to America to fight. They're coming here. Oh, we're so happy to be in America. Give you an idea how fucked up this is. You have an Indian guy coming here. He's so happy to make it to the United States, you know? First time he gets to drive his car. First time he's got his own apartment. And then when he comes here, he'd stay here a few years. And then his parents, now he becomes an eligible bachelor in India, Alan. He goes back to India and gets a better wife. India still has a dowry system, okay? He goes back to some village and gets a woman to be his wife. And the parents of that woman have to give this guy dowry money. So he makes money that way. Brings this woman here who had a huge family in India, lots of friends. There are so many stories of Indian women marrying these Indian guys coming here, living in some suburb, and these women would kill themselves. Literally, this is no joke. It's very sad. Huge epidemic of Indian women coming here, feeling so out of place, Alan, killing themselves, okay? Very much like the old slave trade, okay? Being taken out of your homeland. So
This is crazy.
All right, now, so I'm just saying this is a caste system, but the unfortunate part is that, like he was talking about Silicon Valley, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how they get over. That's how they make the tech. That's what they do. But they're using it, even if they paying them, I don't know, 100-some thousand, right? How much do you think the broker getting? I'm just asking you. Forget them. They like fucking what they call it? A mouse on a fucking string or something. Right? The brokerage company, because these are billion-dollar companies. Think about it. If he just mentioned Elon Musk, right? And Elon Musk is supposed to be the richest man in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's paying, I don't know, 100 employees, $100,000 a year? Who cares? Shit. Right?
Thanks.
How much you got?
Mm.
All right. I mean, that's what he was saying. These guys backing right. Trump and stuff like that. But I was just letting you know, fast forward about 3 more minutes, and then I'm probably about 4 or 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to stop it because I got to get some other stuff I got to cover. But go ahead. Just fast forward about 3 more minutes, 2 more minutes. That should be all right. Yeah, something.
So now Trump has a major problem because he's talking deportation, and he's got Elon Musk and fucking Vivek the Snake. By the way, aside on Vivek the Snake, that guy should be fucking deported. As I said, here's a guy, I mean, he's been shoved down the throat of American people. 99% of people hear this guy and they want to vomit. How many people want to vomit when they see Vivek the Snake speak? Everyone I know wants to vomit, okay? But it's like a bad song you keep playing over and over and over again, and you inadvertently start humming it. That's Vivek the Snake. Here's a guy, him and his mother made up a fake drug. Bought a useless drug that failed 4 clinical trials, and then presented it as this big Alzheimer's drug, took the company public, made billions, and then crashed the stock from $200 to 0.33 cents, something like that. That's Vivek the Snake. That is a model Indian. And he is talking about, okay, Alan, you need to mute yourself, okay? A lot of background noise. Thanks. So Vivek the Snake is a guy that made money from scamming people, and yet he's talking about meritocracy. Elon Musk is talking about meritocracy. Everything he does is scamming. His first company was an utter failure. The code sucked. His father had to fund the company. He had to sell it to Peter Thiel. And Elon Musk, everyone must understand, is an actor. He hasn't built anything. All of his business are subsidized businesses from the American public. We also need to understand during the pandemic, Elon Musk and 600 billionaires made $2.3 trillion. And this comes down to the fundamental issue.
Stop it.
And this is what everyone really should be listening to. They want.
Hold on. Frank, Shaq, what do you say? During the pandemic, how much they made?
2.something billion? Damn.
No, he said trillion.
Oh, trillion. Damn.
There were 600 billionaires, but trillions of dollars were made. And he just told you that he had to sell that company to who? Who? Peter Thiel. And they call him what? The PayPal Mafia. So, and you called him Vivek the Snake.
No, that's weird. I didn't even hear him say that, and I called him a snake. That was weird.
Somebody getting the idea. But I'm glad you got it, Frank. Go ahead, play a little bit more. That was funny as hell. Vivek the Snake. That's what they call him. Yeah.
The white American worker to go attack these Pajits, okay, as they call the Indian house niggas or the slaves, okay? And they don't want us to really look at the real plantation owners. The real plantation owners are for the last 70 years. And please, go do your own research. Go read the Rand report from 1970 till today. The last 54 years, wages have been going down for the first and second income quartiles, which is the American working class. Black, white, brown, all of them. In fact, each year, the wages have been going down for the first and second income quartiles. If you add up all those wages for the last 54 years, it comes down to $47 trillion. A beautiful analysis was done by the Rand Association or the Rand Corporation.
Stop it.
That $47 trillion was unpaid wages.
$47 trillion unpaid wages to the American worker. Over the last 54 years.
So like somebody getting a cut.
You damn right somebody getting a cut.
Then they getting all of it off the top.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you. So I have to go and show you. Play one more minute of it, and then I'm gonna go to this thing in Louisiana.
Just to the American worker. As cost of living went up, the American workers' wages didn't go up. So if you are making $50,000 today, you should actually be making 120 grand. And all of this $47 trillion was given to the elites. So the elites in Silicon Valley, the elites in Boston, all these fucking people everywhere have been stealing from the American worker for the last 54 years. Why? Because they busted all the unions. All the existing unions all suck. There's no one fighting for the American worker. For the last 54 years, there have been at most 900 strikes by 2 million people. During 1900 to 1970, there were 250 million people in the United States fighting in 11,000 strikes. That's when the American working class was strong. When they fought, we win. This is why our movement for Truth, Freedom, Health, and everyone should go to truthfreedomhealth.com, is the only force right now fighting for the American worker. And who's leading it? Me.
All right, now stop right there.
The American working class.
Stop right there.
Okay?
Put worker strike. Coming up. January 15th.
Uh-oh.
He talking about unions. Wait a minute.
Oh, you talking about something new? Like, okay, January.
Yeah, it's new. This is coming up next week. Put in January 15th. It's coming up. Yeah.
Port Workers Union suspend strike until January. Or should I pull it up on Google and shit?
Might be able to pull up on there. Wait a minute. No,
You see it?
well, we'll go back down. Just go back down. Go back down a little bit.
Mhm.
Well, the spike was suspended until January 15th. So next week, the negotiations coming back to the table. Or not. So, well, I'm making note, Frank. Like Dr. She was pointing in the video, we getting screwed, man. We've been getting screwed. Ain't no doubt about it, but we getting screwed all the way around. But no goddamn Vaseline. And got a lot of money that is getting in people's hands. Now watch this. Show you something here. Put it up on Google. I'll put it up for you. Watch this, Frank. He brought up I'm gonna bring it up. What's that company? He brought up Vic the Snake.
The snake.
This company is called Rubion Sciences. Health and Technology Company, Vivek Ramaswamy, McGlynn. They focus on autoimmune diseases, therapeutic areas. Their revenue is $125 million for last year. The operating income is $4.244 billion, $4.35 billion. Total assets $7.2 billion. Total equity $6.4 billion. And Vivek Ramaswamy is still an owner of this thing of 10.5%. And they in June 2020 they worked with Pfizer for Privian Therapeutics. As you can see, some of the companies, they got a lot of stuff, shell companies like he was talking about. Work for Merck. A lot of companies, man. So what I'm saying, see, they got y'all, I mean, not y'all, but people in general out here in society, right? That was talking about this HB1 visa thing. But how you going to talk about it if you don't even know what all that shit that I would, and I only played for you probably about 25 minutes of it, 20 minutes. If you don't know that going on in the background right there, we ain't got to talk about it. You need to talk about the real deal, what's going on. Fuck that.
Facts.
Because they tell, no. Like he told you, everybody's getting screwed by Silicon Valley in the tech world, unfortunately. Because you got to think about it. Silicon Valley is coming down to the rest. What are they talking about? AI robotics on everything. Cashiers, jobs, warehouse, this, that, and the third, right?
Facts.
So when you look at it, he said 47 trillion. The way it's going, it'll be 50 trillion soon.
That's beyond ridiculous, bro.
Why so? People don't know it. People don't ask no question. They don't care, do they?
Right.
Hey, man. Hey, look. They get trillions of dollars over the last 10 Christmases. You've been buying fucking gifts and shit. Shit. Hey, look, man. Valentine's Day coming up, brother. Make some more money off you.
That's true.
They get you. So it's easy to get people any which way. Let me see if my thing working now. The great state of Louisiana. Let's come in. Let me see if it worked, brother. By the way, Frank, you know what you call him from now on? Vivek the Snake.
That's it. The snake.
All right, hold on. Chak, where you at, bro? Everything going down? Oh, yeah. All right, Frank. Let's see if it worked, brother.
The Department of Health there, listen to this. The first person has died from bird flu in this country, in that state. This is somebody who was in the hospital about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
Very first.
God damn it, man. All right, here we go again. God damn. All right, I tell you what, go on yours, right?
Uh-huh.
And pull up bird flu death. He'll come up.
You say going where? Oh yeah,
bird flu death.
Gotcha. 20 minutes ago? Okay. Bam. Three weeks ago, three?
Yeah, I got you.
Health department says it's generally a fairly low risk unless you work with birds, poultry, or cows, or have like exposure to them, maybe recreationally, you're at a farm a lot, whatever the case may be. Dr. Kavita Patel is joining us now. Okay, talk us through this, right? Because this feels like it was a threshold. If this happened, of an alarm bell sounding, the first person to die from bird flu in this country. Talk us through it.
Yeah, Hallie, 65-year-old with underlying medical conditions, and their hospitalization was first reported over 3 weeks ago. And we know that this was from exposure from backyard animals and some wild animal exposure. So this wasn't a farm or poultry worker. And it signals a shift in the development of this virus in that it's getting more adaptable, but still to emphasize very low risk because we still have no cases of human to human transmission. That's kind of the next thing that scientists are watching for, but no evidence of that in this case.
What about everybody else, right? The general public. If you don't have, let's say, backyard animals, if you're not working closely with poultry in your day-to-day life, fairly low risk, right? Are there things people should be doing to protect themselves? And what are the chances that this potentially, Dr. Patel, becomes a pandemic down the road? Do we know?
Yeah, that's what we're all watching for, kind of whether or not the human-to-human transmission piece is what we're looking for to make it easier to give to others. We do not have any evidence of that case, although this case in Louisiana signals that the virus is, mutating in a way where it could be possible. So nothing about a pandemic today, but that's what we're watching for. And then just to your point, Hallie, the majority of us, myself, yourself included, we're probably never going to be in direct exposure. But I think these backyard animals, you might be visiting somebody, they might have animals that they say, don't worry, they're safe. It's still best to probably just stay away. I would also say to you that this is just another emphasis to say that pasteurizing your milk and cooking your meat products appropriately can kill any of these viruses. Just something to emphasize that pasteurization does work. And then making sure you get your regular flu shot doesn't work against the bird flu, but it'll keep you healthy overall so that anything else doesn't affect you.
Really quickly, Dr. Patel, one of the things that we showed people to, they can do is to get their flu shot, their seasonal flu shot. Does the regular flu shot protect against bird flu?
Not against bird flu. It does not protect against bird flu, but it does make sure that you don't have other issues. The flu is going around. So if you have the regular flu and then you get exposed to bird flu, that can add up to some of these chronic conditions that can make things worse. But vaccination all around, not available for the public for bird flu yet. It's targeted really for workers in select areas, not accessible to the public.
Dr. Kavita Patel, glad to have you with us on that. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.
For the first time, bird flu has claimed a human life in the U.S. Louisiana's health.
All right.
Interesting.
All right, so that's them.
So over one person they doing all this, bro? Over one case? These people sick, man. I mean, what people got to realize they just doing this for agendas, though.
And do they care?
I don't know. They don't care.
I don't think people. Well, I mean, like I said, hey man, I got a story to tell you. This happened in St. Louis. I guess we might be the face of crime again, Shaq. Frank, the face of crime, brother. This one. See, this happened in St. Louis, man. Stranger helps man stuck in snow, then robs him at gunpoint, police say. A man was robbed at gunpoint in St. Louis by the person who helped him get his vehicle stuck in the snow. So, man got a man out of snow, Frank, then he robbed him at gunpoint, man. Boil water advisory issued for Richmond. Residents should limit water usage.
Very interesting stuff.
I'm
telling you.
Go to. You still on YouTube link?
What
Go to Old Luxury Money. That one I sent you before. And
it's an Old Luxury Money?
Yeah, something like that. They should come up with them, and they're gonna be the billionaires that control the Merck family or something.
Luxury.
Since we're talking about health and pharmaceutical, let's get it on, brother. Should be like the secret billionaires or something like that. That
the secret 75 billion, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Man, look, she's throwing it up, baby.
Huh?
She's throwing that mug up, dude. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Gossip columns or reality shows. And while tech billionaires race to space while tweeting up a storm, these descendants of a humble German pharmacist spend their billions developing life-saving medicine. But in today's episode of Old Money Luxury, we'll have to first answer the question, how does a family of 258 members preserve both billions and values across 3 centuries, as we describe? The $80 billion family that owns Europe's pharmaceutical industry. In 2024, the Merck family's $80 billion fortune could buy several small nations, though they'd much prefer to cure their diseases instead. And, as controllers of the world's oldest pharmaceutical company, these 258 descendants of a humble German pharmacist have spent over 3 centuries quietly amassing one of the largest family fortunes on Earth. Their wealth stems from a rather valuable family heirloom, approximately 70% ownership of pharmaceutical giant Merck KGaA, held through their family company Merck KG. The remaining 30% trades on the Frankfurt Stock Exchange, where mere mortals can purchase a small slice of this pharmaceutical empire. While other billionaire clans flaunt their wealth with mega yachts and private jets, the 157 equity-holding Merck partners demonstrate a refreshingly different approach to extreme wealth. Their current patriarch, 58-year-old Johannes Bayou, travels commercial, declaring rather pointedly that if you travel in a private jet, you lose contact with the real world. The numbers tell the tale of their empire's reach. Recent years have seen the family orchestrate $47 billion in acquisitions, while their company's sales have soared to $17.6 billion annually. Yet you won't find any Merck heirs featured in gossip columns or reality shows. These billionaires prefer board meetings to red carpets and merit to materialism. In place of sprawling mansions and private islands, the Merck family maintains a sophisticated network of governance structures. Their shares are divided into participation certificates held individually by family members, who consider themselves trustees rather than mere shareholders. Each member is groomed from an early age through an ownership development program, preparing them for their role as custodians of this pharmaceutical dynasty. Under Johannes Bayou's chairmanship of the family board, the clan maintains its centuries-old tradition of modest living despite their immense wealth. Family members hold regular jobs, live in ordinary homes, and focus on demonstrating success through achievement rather than extravagance. But maintaining control of a pharmaceutical empire for over 3 centuries while managing the interests of 258 family members spread across the globe presents unique challenges. How does a family of such size preserve both their wealth and their values across generations? The answer lies in a fascinating tale of German ingenuity, family loyalty, and an extraordinary approach to billions that began with a single pharmacy in Darmstadt, Germany.
Don't let your presets limit you. With Micromusic's sound cloning AI, just drag in a sound, convert, and get pro-level synth presets.
The Merck name, with its Germanic roots stretching back to medieval Prussia, first emerged among the noble families of Hammelburg, Bavaria, during the 15th century. These early Mercks laid the foundation for what would become a centuries-spanning dynasty, though they could hardly have imagined their descendants would one day control the world's oldest pharmaceutical enterprise. The family's journey into pharmacy began in 1668, when Friedrich Jacob Merck acquired the Engel pharmacy in Darmstadt, Germany. But Friedrich's path to Darmstadt was not direct. Born in Schweinfurt, he had already established himself as a pharmacist in Danzig and owned an apothecary in Wesselburen before settling in the city that would become synonymous with the Merck name. The true transformation of the family's fortunes began with Emanuel Merck, who inherited the family pharmacy in 1816. Emanuel possessed not only the traditional knowledge of a pharmacist, but also a deep understanding of chemistry and natural plant substances. In his pharmacy laboratory, he conducted meticulous research into plant chemistry, successfully isolating and preparing pure alkaloids, powerful medicinal compounds that would revolutionize pharmaceutical production. Emanuel's presentation of his Cabinet of Novelties, a collection of these pure alkaloids, marked a crucial turning point. This scientific achievement signaled the family's transition from traditional pharmacy practices to industrial-scale pharmaceutical production. By 1827, Emanuel had begun the methodical process of transforming the family business from a simple apothecary into a research-based industrial enterprise. The family's expansion beyond German borders revealed their remarkable business acumen. Starting in the 1820s, they established a presence in German-speaking territories before systematically extending their reach across continents. Their global ambitions materialized through carefully planned expansion: Asia in 1832, North America in 1845, South America in 1851, Africa in 1867, and finally Australia in 1879. The current chairman's lineage introduces another fascinating element to the family's story. The Bayou name, carried by Johannes Bayou, who leads the family today, traces its origins to medieval Normandy. There, the title Le Bailly designated a position roughly equivalent to that of Viscount or Sheriff, suggesting a heritage of leadership and civic duty that would prove remarkably prescient. Emanuel's scientific approach and international vision would lay the groundwork for the family's future success, but his most significant contribution went beyond mere business expansion. He established a principle that would guide generations of Mercks: the pursuit of scientific excellence combined with careful stewardship of the family's resources. As the 19th century progressed, This philosophy would transform a local German pharmacy into something far more significant, setting the stage for one of the most remarkable periods of growth in pharmaceutical history. Between 1830 and 1900, the modest Darmstadt pharmacy transformed into an industrial powerhouse under Emanuel Merck's scientific vision. His pioneering work with alkaloids, naturally occurring chemical compounds from plants, laid the foundation for modern pharmaceutical manufacturing. In 1827, Emanuel began offering 48 different alkaloids to German pharmacists, establishing exacting standards for quality and purity that would become hallmarks of the Merck name. The business entered a crucial phase of expansion in 1850 when Emanuel's three sons, Karl, Georg and Wilhelm, joined as partners in Merck. Each brought distinct expertise, pharmaceutical knowledge, chemical understanding, and merchant acumen. Their combined talents would prove essential as the company embarked on ambitious international expansion. The family's global reach expanded methodically across continents. Beginning with German-speaking territories in the 1850s, they established business contacts in Asia by 1832. North American operations followed in 1845, South American ventures in 1851, African expansion in 1867, and Australian presence by 1879. By the century's end, Merck products could be found on every continent, a testament to the family's strategic vision. The company's product range grew as impressively as its geographical footprint. From 800 different substances in 1860, the catalogue expanded to include 10,000 products by the early 1900s. This diverse portfolio included ready-made medicines, pills, and ointments, reflecting the evolution from basic pharmacy compounds to sophisticated pharmaceutical preparations. A pivotal moment came in 1891 when George Merck relocated from Germany to New York to oversee American operations. The US division, renamed Merck & Co., would become crucial to the family's future success. George's move represented the family's tradition of sending members abroad to gain experience before bringing their knowledge back to strengthen the enterprise. The century's end brought spatial challenges that demanded bold solutions. The original Darmstadt...
You're going to be really blown away by this. It's going to press this.
All right, stop right there. All right, go to your messenger.
The stage is set. That one or the other one?
Two of them.
The first one.
The one with the 4 days ago with the New Orleans guy. We'll get to the other one another time because that's the one with Kevin O'Leary and all of them Musk and all of them holding up the inverted pyramid sign, just like.
So which one? The first one is it?
Which one is the one with the picture with Musk and Trump on there? It's two of them, so I know. Let me look at it. Let me look and see which one I sent you first. The one you watching the movie. That's the one you watch.
Right there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's it.
More and more, it's looking like both of these events that happened, it's looking more and more that these are two massive deceptions that you are watching being played out. This is all part of their script. This is all by design. Make no mistake about that. Because after doing a little more research with all of this, the attacker in Vegas, look at this right here, was revealed as a special forces soldier overseeing drones. Now, remember, we've been hearing all about this drone stuff recently, right? So what are the odds that his position was overseeing drones? Something really does not add up about any of this at all. And again, this seems like one massive deception that we are seeing. And on top of that, both of these individuals in New Orleans and in Vegas apparently served together at the same base. Oh, yeah. This really seems to me like a massive deception.
Investigators say a man with ties to Colorado Springs was behind the wheel when that Tesla Cybertruck exploded outside the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. Matthew Livelsberger was killed in that blast. 7 other people were hurt. Overnight, federal investigators were searching a home in the Springs tied to the suspect.
We are also learning about connections between Livelsberger and the man accused of driving down Bourbon Street in New Orleans, purposely hitting people and firing shots into the crowd. Both men were Army veterans, and sources tell Denver 7 investigates that both men served at the same military base at some point.
This morning, we have team coverage starting with Natalie, Chak in Colorado Springs. And Natalie, both men also rented trucks from the attacks from the service called Turo.
I could make one call and use everything.
Well, right.
That's right. Good morning, Nicole and Anusha. Right now, we are coming off of a pretty uneventful evening here at what is believed to be the apartment complex belonging to that driver of the Cybertruck that exploded in Las Vegas. But now we are seeing some activity. We were all just asked to leave the area and move down the hill a couple of blocks. You can see law enforcement behind me actively blocking off Autumn Knoll Drive right behind us. A couple of blocks up and to the left is where that complex is that they are looking at. Originally, law enforcement just had a single set of units blocked off, but now, as you can see, it is that whole entire neighborhood. People are beginning to wake up as the sun starts to come up, people walking their dogs, and this is what they are waking up to on the second day of 2025. I want to give you a look at the footage from around 9 o'clock last night when law enforcement started creating a perimeter right here. The apartment in question, sources confirmed they believe belongs to that man, that driver of the Cybertruck, and that is what investigators are honing in on here. We do not know or believe right now that investigators have actively gone in and searched that unit yet, but they have been monitoring this area all night long. We know that local and federal law enforcement agencies have boots on the ground here. A Colorado Springs police officer was just speaking with us earlier, originally saying we were going to have to leave the area at 7 o'clock. But as you can see, they had us do that a bit early. We also know that FBI and ATF agents were seen here last night, along with armored vehicles at the local police station that is just a few minutes away. Now, I want to give you a look at how far that Cybertruck traveled. One possible route from the address here in Colorado Springs to the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas can be seen on your screen. That's more than 800 miles. It's about a 12-hour drive. I did speak with a neighbor here who says she never noticed a Cybertruck in the area. She says it's something that typically would stick out. And again, like you mentioned earlier, those trucks, both this truck, this Cybertruck, and the truck involved in the New Orleans attack are believed to have been rented from an app called Turo that is used to rent out personal cars. Turo issuing a statement last night saying nothing was flagged on either of the suspects' accounts when they rented these cars that would cause them to question any sort of security threat. But of course, we are hoping to learn more about all of that today. We are expecting an update from law enforcement at some point today here in Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
But for now, live in Colorado Springs, I'm Natalie Chak, Denver 7.
All right, Natalie, thank you. Yeah, very interesting, the connections between them and whether that turns out to be a coincidence or something coordinated. We still have a lot of questions.
So what are the odds that both of these individuals served at the same base? And they are in 2 completely different locations, New Orleans and Las Vegas. And this just seems like another massive deception that we are witnessing, that we are seeing. Because this seems like another mind control program that we are seeing happening. To me, this seems like another MK Ultra event. When you actually look at everything and see how everything is connecting to each other, you will see things for what they really are. Now, again, this is just my perspective on this. This is just my viewpoint on all of this stuff going on, but it really seems as if the psyops are ramping up more and more and more and more. And these are the 2 individuals, the 2 attackers. So again, you tell me what is going on, because from my viewpoint, this seems like another psyop. To me, this seems like another major distraction to add to the list of distractions. I mean, when you start to put the puzzle pieces together to all of this, and when you see what they are trying to push and what they are trying to accomplish, you will see things for what they really are. And again, this is just my perspective, but I believe that all of this stuff that is happening is going to lead to more massive spying on each and every one of us than ever before. That's what I really believe. This is where this is all leading to in the very end, because again, when you look at the magazine cover, The World Ahead 2025, you will see the bottom right with the fist, which is showing that chaos is happening, chaotic events are underway, and then you will see the eye like it's spying on you, the all-seeing eye. This is all tying together, and I believe this is going to lead to more and more spying than ever before, because this is what these people want. They want a police state.
Stuck in a mountain of phone bills? Tello Mobile to the rescue. You can escape the chaos without emptying your pockets. Peace of mind without draining your wallet. See all plans on Tello.com.
Things are going to have to change just after.
Ain't a coincidence that you know what I'm saying? It's just nah. Same base, same everything, same Toro, same apps. Nah, bro. They just happen to be soldiers. Nah.
After 9/11, I remember a time when I could run from my car to the gate to catch a flight. After 9/11, we realized we need to do things very, very differently so that we can.
After 9/11, BJ, he's saying a lot right now. He's basically saying this is when we start taking away your rights.
Yep, that's what he's saying, man.
I see what he's saying. Damn. Hold up.
Can all arrive at our destination safely. I think you're going to see a lot of things change in the city of New Orleans. And actually, I think you're going to see a lot of things change in this country in terms of how we handle large-scale events, where there's pedestrian access and where vehicles are allowed. I think you're going to see things change in terms of the level of surveillance that we have in this country. We've pushed back against some of that, but when you look at places like the UK and other European places where CCTV is very commonplace and used proactively so that it can look for signs or indications of an attack. I think you're going to start seeing those things in this city because I'm going to be pushing for them. And you're going to probably see them in a lot of other places that are destination cities like the city of New Orleans.
Jason, will you be going to the game tonight? And do you think that it was the right call to give a deadline essentially to this investigation?
Another very interesting connection to all of this is, remember Ryan Roth? Well, he has a connection to these other two individuals too, because the base that he visited, Fort Bragg, this is the base where these two individuals served. You tell me what exactly is going on. And like you heard from that clip, and like I discussed, this is going to lead to more spying than ever before. This is where this is all heading. This is just my honest opinion, and that's probably what Trump meant by ushering in this new golden age, and that's why Saturn sits on the top of the magazine cover with all of the rest of the crazy symbolism that you see on the magazine cover. This is all done by design. And another tidbit to add to all of this is the same modeled truck, the Ford F-150 Lightning, was spotted at both locations. The location in New Orleans that was used to go into the crowd, and the location where the Cybertruck caught on fire, exploded. there was the same modeled truck. So again, what are the odds of all of that? They use the same company to rent these vehicles. They serve together at the same base. And then that third person, Ryan Roth, that's the same base that he visited countless of times. Now, I'm not a super genius or anything like that, but come on. In my opinion, this is more than just one big coincidence at this point, with all of these different connections to this. This really seems like a major psychological operation that we are witnessing. I mean, come on. What are the odds that the one guy's position was overseeing drones and all of the drone stuff? And speaking of the modeled vehicle that they use, the model truck that they use, the Ford F-150 Lightning, if you actually look on that magazine cover, The World Ahead 2025, you will see pictured a electric car right there featured. Why is that? It makes you wonder what is really going on, because this all seems like this is being done by design, because the Ford F-150 Lightning is electric. It's a electric truck. So what are the odds of all of this stuff being tied together, being connected to each other? Because this is a major distraction, and it all falls in line with their order out of chaos. And I posted this on X. I posted this right here. It says, the same modeled Ford F-150 Lightning truck that struck the New Orleans crowd was at Trump Tower in Las Vegas during the Cybertruck explosion. And Lightning struck the Empire State Building, U.S. Capitol Building, and Washington Monument on New Year's Eve. So there's that three stuff that they love to throw in there, that three. You know, there's three places with the lightning. Now, obviously, God controls all, but they do have ways to manipulate and mess with the weather because they are trying to play God. Now, it may or may not have been the case.
I'm telling you,
there with the lightning stuff, that could have just been a sign from God, you know, because there are signs in the sky. You know, there's signs all around us. God is constantly trying to get each and every one of our attentions. But another interesting thing is, this is a picture of the attacker in New Orleans. And what do you notice about his hands? He's doing a very interesting pose. He's doing the inverted pyramid. Wow. What are the odds of that? Who else have I seen do this hand pose, this hand sign, the inverted pyramid? Oh, yeah. Donald Trump himself has done this inverted pyramid or tip of the spear or whatever you want to call this hand sign on more than one occasion. And some people will say, oh, it's, you know, the murder hand sign, man, nothing to see here. And there's others that have done this exact hand sign. But what it is, it's an inverted pyramid because they are showing that they are part of the club. They are showing that they are in the club. This is what this is all about. Andrew Tate's another one, because these people are all part of the same club. They are actors on the world stage. They are put into place for a reason. So what are the odds that the attacker in New Orleans has all these connections and then also posted that way back in, I believe, 2020 on Twitter? What are the odds of that? I mean, come on. This is all connected. This is all by design. And that dude is obviously handpicked and selected for such a time as this, as they all are. And another very interesting thing, too, with the whole football thing, Notre Dame and in Georgia, that's being played in the same city in New Orleans where the one crazy massive attack took place, is the connections. I mean, there's a lot more connections here between these two. Notre Dame has a connection to Trump, and Georgia has a connection, oddly enough, to Jimmy Carter, who just passed away at 100. So you have a connection with this football matchup in New Orleans where the one attack took place between Notre Dame and Georgia. Georgia's connected to Jimmy Carter. It's just all very strange because Trump just recently attended the Notre Dame reopening in Paris. So there's that connection with Trump and Notre Dame. Very interesting stuff, if I do say so myself. So there is a lot of different connections with everything, with the sports, with all of this. It's all connected, and this is all one massive psyop, in my honest opinion, from my viewpoint, after doing all of the research and looking at all of the different angles. This is a massive, massive psyop. And I can only imagine what else they have planned for the days to come. I can only imagine the other psyops, the other distractions that they have planned in the near future. But all of this stuff is connected. This is all done by design. And this is all a form of order out of chaos by these people. These people are sick. These people are madmen. And they know exactly what they are doing. And it's just wild, all of the different connections. Now, again, is all of this just one big coincidence? Or is there something more to all of this? Because, again, from my viewpoint, there is something more to all of this. And I know I shared this in a previous episode about this, but I wanted to share this yet again.
Cybertruck look like the
what are the odds before?
And there you go. And there you got it, brother.
That was the car Dawson was talking about last night. Damn. They mocking people, man.
And that's Elon Musk that's posting that. Cybertrucks looks like.
And then he posts it. Nobody wants to question it. The white dude, right? Nobody want to question him on that and call him on that and say that. See, when a white person do something, we want to kind of delve. We don't want to really, you know what I'm saying?
I got one more thing. I'm gonna get out of here.
Another one. I'm gonna click on the other one or what?
Nah, we get that one another time. That's the one with Kevin O'Leary. I mean, it's basically them still doing the same pyramid sign and all that other stuff like that. So.
Got you.
But if you see them, all of them doing the pyramid sign, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're letting you know what time it is, brother. So was this a psyop? Oh yeah, and what did the guy say on the video, Frank? What did he say? He said all this stuff happened after what? 9/11? Oh, and he said they need more stuff for crowds and stuff like that. So this was a big surveillance project, man.
You know it.
Now, what's that guy named Robert Brooks?
Mm-hmm.
Let's pull that up.
Oh yeah, Robert, bro. Yeah, man.
A lot of news media ain't been talking about it.
Damn, they haven't been talking about it. See, I think it's real though. That's how you know. You know what I'm saying? When they shy away from something, it's like, in the way everybody's acting. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead. Anyone you think is fine. No matter.
Okay, I'm pretty good at this type of stuff. I don't want to do court TV because there might be some stuff with me playing that. I'll just do CBS or something. No, I played this last night. Let's do CBS.
You're going to be really blown away by this. Just going to press this and see what it gives us.
Meantime, Rochester, faith leaders took time today calling on the state to fully suspend all correction officers involved in Brooks' death. As reported, of the 14 officers, all were suspended without pay. One resigned. Natalie Kutchko joins us now in studio with more team coverage. Natalie.
So, Adam, not only have those faith leaders called for the officer suspensions, which have already taken effect, as you mentioned, they are pushing for all to be fired and tried in a court of law with, quote, the highest sentence possible in accordance to the law.
The body-worn camera's footage set on standby by the grace of God participated in beating Robert Brooks until he was what appears to be nothing less than graveyard dead.
Calls for justice ringing out days after the release of body-worn camera footage in the moments leading up to the death of Marcy Correctional Facility inmate Robert Brooks. The incident taking place December 9th. Brooks, a Greece resident, died at a Utica hospital the next day.
We have witnessed a type of slave patrol and a type of slave annihilation of our brother. What one might call, for lack of a better term, a despicable, barbaric, ruthless, dehumanizing type of slave patrol behavior. And we have come to make it unequivocally clear here and now that their actions were and are unacceptable.
Reverend Dwight Fowler of United Christian Leadership Ministries in Rochester leads a call on the government to launch a thorough investigation into Marcy Correctional Facility. Leaders are also pushing for a state program to ensure no correction officer engages without his or her body-worn camera turned on in the future.
Replace the misfits with correction officers who fit. This is our demand. And until this happens, we will cry loud and spare not. We will not give up and we will not give in until justice rolls down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream.
Lentori Johnson lost her son, Johnny Johnson, in the 2015 Boys and Girls Club's shooting on Rochester's Genesee Street. The grief and pain of Brooks' family, she says, is all too familiar.
It's the very beginning of the journey, and there's so much to go. Listen, even a young man who's now in prison for the death of my child, I would have felt no different if I'd have saw that perpetrated on him, had it been him in that film. Because see, at the end of the day, justice is justice. And nobody in this community, I don't care what your gender, I don't care what your color, we're all community. None of us should take this and let it just fly.
Certainly a lot of powerful messages on this here today. Meantime, happening tonight in just under an hour, community groups, they are holding a rally and vigil outside the Monroe County Jail to push for justice in this case. That does begin at 6. We will bring you the latest coverage on air and online.
Hey, what's up, Dawson?
What's going on, my good brothers?
Dawson, what up, what up? Just chilling, holding it down like balloon string, you know what I'm saying?
Not what?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, snow and ice. Snow and ice.
Yeah, we getting some too. I think Chak should be. Are they already start snowing in Dallas, Fort Worth?
Not sure. I do know that it snowed last night. Then the day it rained. Then the day about 4 o'clock, it snowed.
Mm-hmm.
It snowed again for a few hours. Richmond City actually is under a boil water advisory alert. They said some pump or something broke. And
there they go.
Don't think they say don't take no showers or something like that. What is it? Don't wash clothes. There's a lot of stuff like that. But they said, I think was it a wastewater plant or something happened where something happened in a wastewater plant or something. So I think they told me some people don't use a toilet or some shit. I said, that's crazy.
Yeah, that happened with us with that freeze that time.
Yeah, but yeah, people with down power lines and things like that. I think they say you had 180 some crashes or something like that or whatever. So yeah, it's been kind of wild. But matter of fact, Frank, pull up. Let's see, Richmond City Mayor Since he's obviously on the case, I guess. Now, matter of fact, it might not even come up on there. I got it. I got this one. Don't worry about it. This is. Oh shit! Go back. Let me go back. Hey. Here we go. Let me see.
The city of Richmond issued a boiled water advisory along with a conservation recommendation until further notice. This advisory applies to all residents who are served by the city of Richmond's water system. And as part of the advisory, I'm urging everybody who is impacted to take conservation steps to try to minimize the amount of water you use over the next 24 hours and to boil your water before you consume it. This is all a result of storm-related power outages. Earlier this morning, there was a power outage that impacted our water treatment plant. The backup generators went into effect almost immediately, but what we did not realize until a little bit later is that there was a failure of a component that created some flooding at the water treatment plant. And that's impeded our ability to produce more water. And so the reservoir has been serving much of the city and region's water needs. We reached out to our regional partners. We're really thankful for Chesterfield, Henrico, and Hanover, who all shifted their water sources earlier in the day to help us conserve as much as we could while we worked on getting that water treatment plant back up and running. We, at this point, have cleared out the flooding. We have addressed some of the issues. We have 8 filters that are up and running, and we expect by sometime later this evening that we will resume the ability to produce water and start feeding that reservoir again. But until we have some more clarity, we want to make sure that everybody is really taking caution in the water that they're using, both preserving it, but also boiling water before you consume it. What happens is when the water pressure gets low in a system, it introduces the possibility of bacteria entering pipes and making that water unsafe to drink. Now, this is very unlikely to happen, but out of an abundance of caution, we issue a boiled water advisory. When pressures get back up to the recommended range, which we expect to happen sometime this evening, we will start the process working with our partners at VDH to do water testing. And so this boiled water advisory should be in the next 24 to 48 hours, but we will absolutely notify everybody.
So that's the mayor of Richmond. Oh. Yeah. I don't know how the hell that happened. All right. Everybody on there?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Well, that's the mayor of Richmond talking about the thing today with the water treatment plant. Right.
So y'all gotta boil your water. That's what he's saying.
That's what he's saying. I mean, shoot, trees them fell down and everything, you know. So it's getting kind of crazy.
Power lines on the power lines or what?
Yeah, power lines and stuff like that. Yeah, wow, kind of wild, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like, in Louisiana today, as I played earlier, because we've been on for about an hour, we had the first case of a death of bird flu. We played a lot of stuff earlier. It was a lot of stuff, but I'm gonna tell you something about this thing.
How they know the person died for bird? How is they doing a test? Boy, these people here, man.
Dawson, how would they know?
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
If they didn't do no test, how would they know?
Thank you.
Now, what's this thing? You said, how would they know? They just go say it and then it happens.
Like, come on, dude. They be. I mean,
There they go. There they go.
They know.
It don't even make sense.
It don't make sense. Only one case hyping all this up for one case. Damn.
One case.
Was it a girl? Was it a guy? Who was it?
And then how did the person get the bird flu? Because what they saying is transported from through birds, and that if somebody do get it, it's because they work around different birds or chickens. So they say. So is it the bird flu, the chicken flu? I'm confused. The cow flu? Since you want to vaccinate the cows too?
People sick, man.
Here we go.
Man, these people retarded, man. Hey, who are they script writers? I'm telling you, I need to find.
Virus patients. As speculations grow around the symptoms and prevention. Here's a
See, they still playing it. Why is it playing like they messing with you? They messing with you.
Yeah, they messing.
Because they shouldn't be playing like that.
Well, that's the thing in China right there. So they just saying China got a new virus. Now they talking about this norovirus or something like that and all this other stuff. Like, look, norovirus ain't nothing but stomach flu, really, but whatever you want to call it, right? For real. But you know, hey, it is what it is, right? They just come on with the viruses. Now I know this. I do know that when you got this cold like this, I do know that. Let's say 1, 2, 3. Okay, tonight might drop around 14. Tomorrow 39, 18. One day it's gonna be like 32, 31, and 10 degrees, stuff like that. So I mean, if people not doing what they're supposed to do, of course, some things could happen. But you know, shit. I'm like, yo, just all this disease stuff, you know. But hey, that's what I'm saying. So we gotta, you know, really, really think about what they're doing. Hey Frank, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Oh shoot, I got it. Damn. What happened? I gotta send to you another way, man. I forgot they doing this dumb stuff. Yeah. Just like I told you, just like we showed that video of when the guy was saying about all the surveillance they trying to pull off now. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna send you this video when it our car spying on us.
Okay.
They tried to sell me a new car today, Dawson. You coming up for an inspection on Thursday, but you got it. We looked at it. Now they know this guy is 11 years old. They said, but when you come in, you can purchase a new car.
For what? To buy?
Yeah.
What?
I'm like, well, this is a funny day to call on a day when it's snowing about a damn new car.
Why would they?
They knew I'm coming for inspection on Thursday. They said, shoot, while you come for inspection, you might well just get a new car.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I said, how much y'all? I was looking at it, laughing at it on the phone, like, well, this car is about 10 years old. So I tried to find out how much y'all plan on giving, but I ain't getting
Oh shit.
to get off y'all lot anyway.
With high insurance and all that, please.
Yeah, she said we got some new Fords up here.
Scams. I'm telling you, boy.
I think it's you got it in the messenger, Frank?
Oh yeah, let me sorry about that.
No, you good.
Multitasking in this motherfucker. Okay, so
are your cars spying on you? Is the question. Maybe that's what you want to say.
You know what? I seen something like this, but I never played it. I remember. I know I didn't know.
Damn. Oh, there.
7-year-old active duty military member Matthew Livelsberger killed himself moments before a rented Cybertruck exploded. And while authorities are still sifting through evidence, there's growing concern linked to Tesla and how the company seemingly recorded every moment leading up to that explosion. News Nation's Rich McHugh joins us live. So, Rich, a lot of people are concerned that our cars are spying on us.
Well, it certainly seems that way, Nicole, especially after this very high-profile event. You know, there's still so many questions about Matthew Livelsberger and what exactly happened in that Las Vegas Cybertruck bombing, but it became abundantly clear that Cybertruck was collecting a lot of data on Matthew Livelsberger, and it raises questions. With all these advances in technology come real privacy concerns. When the bombing sent shockwaves across the country, there were few answers from federal and local authorities. In fact, some of our first answers came from a post on X by Elon Musk. He wrote, "We have now confirmed that the explosion was caused by very large fireworks and or a bomb carried in the bed of the rented Cybertruck and is unrelated to the vehicle itself. All vehicle telemetry was positive at the time of the explosion."
If you don't have nothing to do with this, why would you? I mean, I know it's his car, it's a brand of cars, but you would think that he would just be quiet right now about now and not say nothing. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Vehicle telemetry, in other words,
If you don't know,
transmitting
how you
data
talking about it, right?
from the Las Vegas Metro Police and the FBI weighed in. It was clear every day they gleaned more information from the data that Cybertruck transmitted. Take a listen.
I have to thank Elon Musk specifically for being able to capture all of the video from the Tesla charging stations across the country, and he sent that directly to us. We tracked his movements through the Tesla charging
Elon Musk
stations
helped him out?
to
Okay.
Monument, Colorado.
Is he not a part of this, y'all? What? He sent the data and he helped him out with the case? That's kind of suspicious. Whatever.
Well,
remember
when I played that video of Sheep earlier, as he told you, Elon Musk is not even the guy who owned it. That is a CIA front company. Who bought the company from part of Elon Musk's company? Peter Thiel. We bought it from Elon Musk. So it's all surveillance.
Am I PayPal?
No, it was another company. Elon Musk don't own none of that stuff. He just acting. Like
I believe.
Yeah, he don't own none of the stuff because as a matter of fact, Bezos don't even own Amazon. Well, it's the iCloud and that stuff they got. They don't own it. That's like a CIA front company. That's why they use it. That's why actually they kind of tell you, hey, iCloud, we want to put your stuff on the cloud. They kind of telling you they doing data surfing on you right there.
Cloud, man. Right.
But they already got the cameras in the car. I mean, don't get me wrong, because you got guys coming to me. You know, they ask you, hey man, unless the car come with the camera, if somebody asks you, hey man, you want me to start installing cameras in the car? I'm like, what's so special about my car where you got to do that? Most of these cars come with the backup camera anyway, right?
That's true.
But
and they got the cameras outside too.
Exactly.
And inside that motherfucker. Like, okay.
So
both, yeah.
So that's why I said, if these cars collecting on that data, right?
Didn't one of them, who was that Tesla got hacked? Something happened in somebody's wife Tesla got hacked. I don't know if they was exposing the government and her Tesla locked up on and threw in the river and she died.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it say car brands find motorists to collect drivers' data.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Do this. Pull up data centers.
Data centers?
Yeah. Matter of fact, pull up data centers, Virginia. Because I know these motherfuckers collecting a whole lot of data. This motherfucker. Virginia is the world's data center hub. At what cost? You know what cost it is?
Let's do that. I like that. Let's do this again.
On Miro, teams work faster on the new Innovation Workspace. Innovation belongs on Miro.
Come over here, man.
I see myself as this smart, strong woman.
They be Asian fucked up, dude. They be Asian like, dude. They be Asian fucked up. My bad.
Experience.
Hey, bad, boy.
The brains of the.
I love black women, man. I'm telling you. My bad.
Okay.
Internet and an essential element of our growing reliance on technology.
Because Northern Virginia is the hub of data centers in the entire world, so much data travels through this area.
Allison Gilmore is vice president of the Data Center Coalition, which represents the industry.
From our, smartphones and our gaming services, all the way to our refrigerators and our vacuum cleaners and our doorbells, all of those innovative tools that we use in our personal lives and in the professional world are all powered by data centers.
And it's not just our personal devices. Businesses, government agencies, emergency services, and healthcare providers all rely on data centers. Loudoun County has led the way for data center development.
We jumped in early, and since then, it's been a really good ride for us.
Buddy Reiser is in charge of economic development in the county. He says those data centers account for 1/3 of Loudoun County's annual budget.
This year, we'll get about $750 million in local tax revenue.
Many of the companies that own and operate data centers are among the most recognizable names in tech today: Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, Google, and Meta.
There's nothing out there that we've ever seen that generates the tax revenue that a data center does.
That money pays for schools, parks, and infrastructure, and it allowed the county to lower its residential tax rate by 32% over the last decade.
We have about 31 million square feet right now, with another 4 million that's currently under development. And we'll probably top out around 40 million square feet or so.
It's not just space that's limiting growth. Energy usage is a factor as well. According to the U.S. Department of Energy, a typical data center consumes 10 to 50 times the energy per floor space of an average office building. That usage is putting a strain on the local electric grid.
We were taxing the infrastructure, the electrical infrastructure, to a point where we needed to make major upgrades. And we've been working with Dominion on making those upgrades, and have worked very hard to be thoughtful about how we do it.
In 2022, Dominion Energy put a pause on providing power to new data centers in Loudoun County's Data Center Alley. To keep up with soaring demand, Dominion plans to rely on existing natural gas and coal power sources, which could impact its ability to meet legally mandated clean energy goals by 2045.
Data centers want to build now. They're in a competition to build out to meet this AI desire. So they're in a race to build out as fast as they can. And they want that power as soon as they can get it.
Environmental advocates like Julie Boldhouse acknowledge that companies that own data centers are top supporters of the clean energy economy. But she says the industry isn't contributing enough to offset its use of fossil fuel energy.
Yes, they are
You
the
wanna
biggest
push something.
investor in solar and for.
You want to push something, but you're not making it to where you want to push it so bad for the money purposes and all this bullshit, technology purposes, technological. But you don't want to make sure that there's regulations and everything is good on the environment. You don't want to make sure everything's up to standard, up to code. You just want to push. But it's like this damn government is so damn greedy. And that's why the excuse would say that a lot of people wanted to get the idea of these companies are outsourcing jobs to other countries. You see what I'm saying? Because of the high ass taxes that this government be charging. You know what I'm saying? Why are you going to tax charge your corporations in your country that are from your country super high taxes on the land that they operate on. It's ridiculous.
Well, one thing about these data centers, they take a whole lot of water to do this shit. That's the first part about it.
That's turning into energy, right?
And we got a Microsoft plant down here somewhere. I forgot where they. I think my buddy working at Microsoft. My buddy working at Microsoft. I think he just got another guy on in there, but yeah, you got a lot of them in there. Henrico got some, but most of them is out there in Loudoun County by DC.
Interesting. I'll play the rest of my bad.
Virginia, but they're not even close to meeting the energy demand that they're actually placing on the grid.
Bolthouse points to other concerns about air quality impacts from diesel generators and water usage to cool equipment.
We're building more data centers than anywhere else in the world, but yet our standards are far behind all these other places.
Is there standard? Look, our standard is always behind something, but our standard of greed ain't behind nobody. The standard of greed ain't behind nobody, BJ. It trumps everybody, BJ. These greedy white people from this country, man, they trump everybody, man.
Well,
they got everybody beat in the greed department.
Outrage about proposed data centers in their towns.
Dominion was proposing these 110-foot tall steel power towers that were going to be coming right through my property.
Spencer Snakert built her dream home on the edge of Prince William and Fauquier County and joined a community group that fought off a proposed data center, which would have meant clearing part of her land to run electric lines to power the structure.
Many people like me would be threatened by having these power lines coming through their property, not only losing the beauty and the peacefulness and the essence of what they bought the property for, but also losing property value.
Despite pushback from concerned citizens, Virginia is expected to double its number of data centers by 2028. Riser from Loudoun County urges developers and localities to plan for that growth.
We need to, as a society, be able to manage that, get them in the right places and do the right things with them and put them in the right positions to succeed.
Thank you for watching.
All right, stop
Continue
there.
to follow Virginia news and stories by subscribing to our VPN.
What I'm telling you, they're doing. This ain't just gonna be in Loudoun County no more. I mean, it is everywhere, but they're moving this shit into Richmond, they're moving to Henrico, they're moving these data centers all over the state. Okay, they're in other places too. They start doing it in Maryland and other places. But Virginia, they got 450 to 470 of these centers.
Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah, they got a lot of them.
That's a lot of. Wow.
And they're causing people energy to go up. That's why the electric bill is going up. And a lot of people don't even know about these data centers because it's not even talked about. But that's why I'm showing Dawson the little pond with the water. It take a lot of water and energy and stuff to keep on building all this shit.
Right.
And
makes sense.
And as a matter of fact, sooner or later, like the woman was saying, they're gonna use them they're gonna do it anyway, but they're gonna use them in the domain to build these centers. That's the issue. So, but
they don't use them where, BJ?
They'll use eminent domain. Get people off the.
Oh, you're right.
Getting the people off these lands because they want them data centers. So we got a Microsoft plant down here, and you know what? Over the last couple of years, there was a bunch of woods. And they tore down all them woods. But this was like during 2020 and made a whole, I think, 50,000 square feet Amazon facility or something like that over there. Yeah, it's just out there. Like they already had an Amazon facility on the east of that. Then they put one over here. It's big centers, right? So what I'm saying that people know about these data centers they got in their cities, man. And this little stuff they doing, by the way, they should be upset, but guess what? The people don't even know. Frank, you know what? for the last hoorah. Frank, you sent me a video earlier, you had me laughing. Okay. 55 years old and still thirst trapping. Please help me. Frank, you hear me? I don't know if you hear me. Oh well. But nevertheless, but yeah, I just like I said, Dawson, that's oh, you there?
Yo.
Yeah, look, for the last video, let's get a crack out of 55 years old and still thirst trapping.
Oh yeah. Sheree, what's her name? Oh, girl from the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah, 55 years old and still thirst trapping.
Right, just because, you know what I mean? The females crazy, bro.
Dang, man. Let me give me some water my damn self. I'm
Well, Crimson Cure. Oh, yeah, it's called Crimson Cure.
Damn.
That's Sheree from the Real Housewives.
The Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Melissa Ford. Wow, bro.
Hey, look, man. Ain't nothing like a good old thirst trap, I guess. Hey, man. They getting still drink water in the snow or when it's cold. You still need to hydrate. Catch some foot cramps.
I don't even like it when the young ones do it.
Whoa.
Say when
the
older
one. What's going on here, Frank?
She's auntie. She's a Gen Xer. She's auntie. She's at the higher end of the Gen X too. You are auntie. You auntie status.
Oh my God.
So,
somebody grandma.
But you definitely
auntie.
What kind of men of note is gonna want you? Now she was married to a football player. I don't remember his name. That's who she was married to at one point, and that's who she had her child by. I think Sheree's only got like 1 or 2 kids. And so they are by her ex-husband, but they've been divorced for a long time. And I have not heard of Sheree getting married again. Sheree's got a couple of dollars. Like I said, she's been on a reality show, and you know, she may have other business endeavors or what have you. She's a good-looking lady. She got a, you know, if you've watched the show, she's got an attitude, you know. But what kind of man do you think you're gonna get? And at what point do you stop thirst trapping as a woman? Like as a woman, when does class come into it? When does class come into it? Because not only are you here on social media, you're in a sheer bodysuit. You're not even standing here in a pretty gown or a nice, you know, a dress that's kind of form-fitting, but you know, it's still classy. You could tell that your body nice, but you're sitting here, you basically taking a picture in lingerie. If Sheree had a husband, he would be so happy that his wife is 55 and still look like that. You understand? But what he wouldn't be happy about is that everybody else would be able to see that. All you would have to do is Google it or search it. You already got a public image that isn't very good necessarily with the whole reality TV show thing. So you're already pretty much a public figure. So anybody can pull up footage from any of those shows and make some type of determination about who you are, whether it's good or bad. But then for this to also be part of your digital footprint at this big age, it's not a good thing. That's actually not a good thing. And no man of wealth, status, and upstanding masculinity can take you seriously. That's the problem. Because in her private life, see, when ladies do this type of stuff, they be thinking that this is separate from their private life and that one thing don't necessarily have nothing to do with the other. When it's all tied together. It's all together. Because any man that would take her seriously, and you know that she don't want no man that ain't got no money, because Sheree is accustomed to money. So she don't want no man that ain't got no money. She don't want no man that ain't got some type of status. He may not have to be popular or famous, but status in whatever business he run or what have you. And so, but what these ladies do not understand, or what they seem not to be able to get or accept, is that typically the types of men that they are looking for who would fit the bill, especially, and it would be men around their age, right? Because most men get their fortunes in their 50s and things of that nature. So she's in the right age bracket. She looked good enough. You know what I'm saying? A man in his 60s would not look at her and like, oh, she's so run down, you know, saying she look old, because she don't. But at the same time, if he's of a certain type of man, this is not a good thing. If he run up on this while he's dating you, you're getting cut off. You're getting cut off, or you're going to be put in another category where he might have been taking you seriously and courting you for a serious marriage relationship. He see this, you play time. You play time, because he doesn't want to go and face his peers, and his peers can look at his wife and see this. That's the problem.
Man, that'd be embarrassing.
Men that these women say that they want, that have a certain status, have a certain stature, have a certain amount of wealth, have a certain amount of influence and things of that nature, you know, he an alpha and blah, 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 blah. These men take pride in the things that represent them as well as the things that they do themselves. And his wife is a heavy consideration for him, especially in terms of image. And this is why I urge young ladies not to make these social media mistakes, which is easy to make in this day and age because social media is so prevalent and everybody's on it. And it's you know, it's all the rage to get on here and vlog your life and put everything on here. But if you're a young lady, I understand that, you know what I'm saying, social media is sort of integrated into your life. But at the same time, you have to be careful about what your digital footprint says about you. Because at this point, we're all going to make a digital footprint, but we have to make sure that it doesn't speak too ill of who we are. Okay. For her, this was in her mind, this was a celebration of, look at me, I look good for my age, and she does. But at the same time, it really wasn't for the world. This wasn't for the world. Because not only is she in a sheer piece of lingerie, you would turn around for the butt shot, for the ever-present butt shot that Black women particularly like to do.
That's good. I'm gonna
Thank
tell you
you.
something very quick.
Thank you, Jesus. Hold on. Let me get a screenshot. Hold on. What you doing? Rewind.
Who is that? Wait a minute.
Rewind. Let me get a screenshot of it.
I'm not.
My bad, man. I just washed my. Hey,
well, wait a minute. I took it on because I went to another one.
This football when I wash my hands. You know what I'm saying?
So there goes Simone Biles on the cover of Sports Illustrated. There she is, Simone Biles. Right there. You see her.
What's up with all this? What's up with all this over sexualizing? I mean, what the fuck? Sorry about that, y'all. My bad. I'm so sorry. That was rude of me.
And there goes Simone Biles. So Simone Biles made the cover of Sports Illustrated And I don't know. She's always been a great gymnast. I was a little surprised at that, but you know, it is what it is.
Okay, look at her. She the GOAT.
She's not as not as what's a girl name? Whitfield, but nevertheless, it is what it is, right? But just putting this into perspective. I gotta go put some stuff down on it. I gotta go put some more stuff on the car and stuff, so I can, you know.
Hey, go play one video real quick. Let me play with some.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, play it. Yeah, knock yourself out. Yeah.
What y'all think about the Indian gangs yesterday? They got Indian gangs. They ain't gonna talk, man. Them Indian gangs. What y'all think about that? Oh shit!
I mean, hey, who funding the game?
What is he doing like that?
Gang organization, ain't it?
What the hell? What the hell is he doing? Hold on.
I played your thing earlier with the HB1 visas. Hey.
Hold on. Okay, hold on.
I let you know who funded. Brokers.
And see, that's crazy how they pay them. They don't pay them that much, but yet they tag it to where it looks like they're getting paid the proper salary. Very interesting.
They paying them $5,000, but they making millions.
I was like,
500, or they paying 50 cents, whatever. That showed you what's the boy name, Ramaswamy. His company, that Robion or whatever, he 10.5% stake in that. That's biotechs and healthcare putting together. And then that company worked with Pfizer in June of 2022. But they got a lot of other little health syndicates under there. Some of them work with fibrosis and women cancers and all that other stuff. Yeah, prostate cancer and all that shit. So that's how you outsource. That's how you do your pharmaceutical industry. Go ahead.
Okay, shout out to UBTV, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute. Fair use, 1976 on the Copyright Act, Section 107. Allowance is made for us to report on this video for commentary and educational purposes. All right. I'm gonna play a couple minutes of this real quick.
If you have donated and have not received your video, shoot me an email. Also, don't forget to check your spam folder. Thank you. Another method to the Klan madness born out of their obsession for black genitalia was fabricating the myth of the renegade black rapist. This was their typical MO used to justify mob violence and taking the law into their own hands.
That's not a black man. That's a white dude in black.
But this should be no surprise. The organization was headed by one of the top scumbags in American history. Nathan Bedford Forrest was a Freemason, a well-known slave trader, and a Confederate war hero to the racist Southerner. In April 1864, the unit...
Nathan Bedford Forrest was the second in command. He was like the second into, you know what I'm saying, making up the York Rite, you know what I mean, in the Klan to Albert Pike. Albert Pike is the dude that made up the York Rite of the Klan and, you know what I'm saying, made up the York Rite of the Klan, the York Rite, of the Freemasonry, and made up the Klan. Ku Klux Klan, made up that group all together. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't talk about that these two, especially, and this was who Forrest Gump was named after in that movie, Forrest Gump. Nathan Bedford Forrest.
And under his command, massacred a group of Union troops who had surrendered at Fort Pillow in a mixed unit of black and white soldiers. His men killed the majority of the colored men in the unit. Men who were kneeling to surrender were forced to their feet and shot, while others were beaten, tortured, nailed to boards, and burned alive. Those who tried to escape were shot in the back. Forrest made it a point to treat black soldiers with more brutality. As a warning to the Union Army about using colored troops, Northerners saw him as a slave-driving war criminal. Southerners saw him as a hero. This led to him being chosen as the first Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan.
Same with the same narratives now. You know what I'm saying? One, the left or the right, whatever the, you know, those bullshit. You know, one might see one thing one way and one might see another way, or one might look at Trump one way and one might look at Trump another. It's just, bro, it's just all, man. It's indoctrination, propaganda, to be honest with you.
Even without the knowledge that he had been nominated or chosen. Forrest was also a key figure in the Battle of Selma, which he lost a century before Bloody Sunday. Forrest and his men surrendered in Selma, but the gentlemen of the Union Army decided not to shoot them in the face or torture them, as they had done at the Fort Pillow massacre. His time in the Klan began around 1867. The group had already been created the previous year and found him qualified to be its first Grand Wizard. Killing niggas on a whim was his top qualification, a character trait Confederate cavemen could stand behind. He quickly began terrorizing Negroes, pillaging small black communities at night during his ghost masquerades. The Klan, for the first time, had a national identity. Until then, it had been mostly an organized, unconnected band of white supremacist pockets in the South, comprised of different dens of Confederate sympathizers. Now, they had a leader and a face. The first iteration of the Klan was like the extreme version of White Boys Gone Wild, essentially ransacking unsuspecting colored victims with violent, reckless abandon without consequence. This era of violence followed the assassination of Lincoln in 1865 and was in the wake of the 1868 presidential election between Democrat Horatio Seymour and Republican Ulysses S. Grant. During the election, squads of dirty white boys harassed, terrorized, kidnapped, beat, tortured, and even murdered Americans at the polls. Forrest would also campaign himself during the election. On the recruiting trail looking to grow White Hood membership, he traveled all over the South in preparation for their lynch mob shenanigans, holding hang a nigga pep rallies in front of calcified crowds of thousands. By the election in 1868, there were over 1,000 incidents, including the attack of Americans at the polls by the KKK and other splinter cells of white supremacy. There was an inherent, yet fundamental hatred among Confederate whites and their feelings toward Negroes that went far beyond just racism. Most of the socially prominent men in the South were former Confederate soldiers who had just lost the war and the right to hold public office. But most of the voting socially active Negroes were veterans of the victorious Union Army. It was already bad enough they lost the war, but losing the election to a nappy-headed tar baby made them Confederate crackers downright saltine. To get an idea of the plot, we're just going to go through a couple of scenes because this shit is hilarious. It's kind of like a history lesson and a comedy lesson.
Chak, remember that's that Birth of the Nation. Remember that? That's the what's the name right there. That's a lot of presidents, a lot of stereotypes throughout. That's why that and Al Jolson and them are the reason why people think that black people like watermelon and shit, and fried chicken. You know what I'm saying? That's where all these bullshit myths came from. Indoctrination movies, because they know that movies aren't just entertainment, it's also, you know what I'm saying, programming.
All at the same time. Also a film lesson. So in chronological order, we're going to go through some of these scenes in the movie, and you'll notice that there'll be a lot of characters in blackface when we talk about the blackface of white power. In this example, it's actually blackface. It's white people in blackface. And this is one of the opening scenes of the movie. And you see here, this Mammy character. Look at this nigga right here. White people in blackface playing black people.
Yo, what's that supposed to be, a black woman? Yo. Bro. What is that, man? Is that Grimace from McDonald's? You know what I'm saying? Look, this is the thing. This is the thing right here with this. stereotyping. They'd use this type of stuff to stereotype, and now they got us stereotyping and doing all types of minstrel show type stuff to make our people, you know what I'm saying, to make our people look a certain kind of way. It's just that simple. It's programming, you know what I'm saying?
Looked crazy, looking like a man. I mean, straight up white Tyler Perry vibes. Bitch jumped off the mountain. She said, nigga, you will not touch me. I will jump off this cliff, nigga. Back up. Jump off the motherfucking mountain, motherfucker. This bitch said I would rather jump off the cliff than let a nigga touch me. That bitch took her purity very seriously. The sanctity of her coochie to extreme proportion. No, nigga, you will not touch me, nigga. I will jump off this motherfucking cliff before I let you get anywhere close to me. You dirty, dirty nigger. He's like, oh my God, what happened? What happened? The bitch said, the nigger pushed me. The nigger was chasing me through the woods. The nigger was chasing me through the woods. He was wanting my twat, but I ain't letting him have it. I jumped the cliff. I got up there. I got up there and the nigger pushed me. He's like, oh man, these niggas are out of control. We got white bitches jumping off cliffs. Now what the fuck are we supposed to do? I got white bitches jumping off fucking cliffs. And then this motherfucker say, for her who had learned the stern lesson of honor, we should not grieve that she found sweeter the opal gates of death. Now that's some raw shit right there. These motherfuckers is basically saying, better for a bitch to die than to let a nigga touch her. Better for a bitch to jump a motherfucking cliff.
Damn.
Than get molested by a mangy moon cricket. They wasn't playing about this bitch white purity, bro. Sweeter the opal gates of death. Bitches going to clan heaven.
That's stupid.
I'm just
Quote, in the decade immediately preceding World War I, a pattern of racial violence began to emerge in which white mob assaults were directed against entire black communities. These race riots were the product of white society's desire to maintain its superiority over blacks, vent its frustrations in the time of distress, and attack those least able to defend themselves. In these race riots, white mobs invaded black neighborhoods, beat and killed large numbers of blacks, and destroyed black property. In most instances, blacks fought back, and there were many casualties on both sides, though most of the dead were black.
Who took that picture, right?
Gunnar Myrdal opposed the use of the term riots used to describe these interracial conflicts. He preferred to call this phenomena a terrorization or massacre and considered it a magnified or mass lynching. Race riots occurred in both the North and the South, but were more characteristic of the North. They were primarily urban phenomena, while lynching was primarily a rural phenomenon. Although lynchings were decreasing slightly by the turn of the century, race riots were perceptibly on the increase. Large-scale interracial violence became almost epidemic as increasing numbers of blacks migrated to northern cities.
Look at the propaganda. Negroes plan to kill all whites. Is that the propaganda? They still hitting us with the propaganda, huh? They still hitting us with you see that? Straight up lies and shit? Damn.
I see it.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta go, BJ. What you gotta bounce or what?
Yeah, I'm putting stuff down on the ground and stuff, ran and scraping stuff off. You know, when I jet out of here in the morning, man, I got this stuff crazy. And look, I ain't gonna be one of your 181 crashes.
Right.
But I will say this, bro, that you in California, so stay sunny. And people in the South right now, we're dealing with cold, wind, air, whatever, right? But I'm gonna have to go when I get a chance, everybody's outside in the park skiing today and all that stuff, and it was nice, Gonna have to touch that snow and find out what it is. I got me a lighter over there. So I'm gonna put a lighter to it and see will it burn, because I want to know if it's a real snow or not.
Right.
So it feel like styrofoam. You never know. So I'm gonna light a match to it. If it burns,
especially all the bullshit they've been pulling off, man.
If it burn, it burn. If it don't, hey, look, that junk for real. I mean, was fake. But watch out for chemtrails. I know they call them contrails. Watch out. Okay. And a couple other things. This thing is actually making kind of sucky for me because I gotta get this horn fixed on one, and I gotta get it done by Thursday. But now, I'm dealing with the snow, so I had to actually get the other car and get the lower riding car to do this. But hey, look, as long as I, get everything straight, that should be fine. One thing about it, though, that the car dealerships try to say in the cars right now, I'm not saying you get a lemon, but hey, look, right now, insurance rates are going up, like Miss Dawson says. I would not really be doing that. I had one car pay my life, don't want to ever do it no more because, hey, hey, look, man, going up too much, right? But this is the way it is, bro. This is what it is. Hey, keep focused. Watch the psyops, okay? Psyops are heavy right now.
Hey, real quick, breaking. Well, I know you probably heard this, but Biden visits New Orleans, wake of attack. Okay, you went there.
You know what?
Stage, man.
Well, wait a minute. I'm glad you said that because I tell you, one of my buddies was out there in New Orleans, and he was taking pictures, and they had like a vigil out there, and they had donations and stuff, donations and things like that. I tell you, New Orleans Saints also are donating money to the victims. I'm like, that's fine, but where are the victims?
Man.
Remember, they said people were injured too. So you don't want to show us the dead ones, show us the injured ones.
Exactly.
Somebody may have a cut, scrape, burn, or something, goddamn it.
Exactly.
Don't show me no black eye, because you could punch your own damn self.
Man, you ain't never lied about that.
Actually, black eye actually part of ritual too, but that's another story.
Did you send me something on X right here? Did you want me to play it or what?
Hold on. I think I saw some X. I don't think he got nothing. I don't think it's nothing to play. I think it's like a.
He defends Elon Musk algorithm change.
Alex. Yeah, you can play that. But
Alex Jones.
But the real thing I was trying to show you about Alex Jones is that ain't Alex Jones. If you look at that picture of Alex Jones, that ain't the same person.
Oh, that one picture. You want me to? I'll pull that up too real quick. Damn, that picture.
That's a clone, man.
That was another dude. They showed him side by side with some other cat. Man, these motherfuckers, man, these white motherfuckers be looking.
What? So what happened? Is he gone, BJ, or what? I thought he lost the weight because of the medication, huh?
You look at that. Look at them two pictures of Alex Jones. I tell you, his name ain't Alex Jones. His name actually might be Bill Hicks. We found out. I did this digging. I said, "Dang, this a Mossad operation." InfoWars.
You talking about the other picture where he was overweight or what?
I'm talking about the picture of weight, but I'm talking about this. They got a picture side by side recently.
I saw it.
Yeah. This might be artificial intelligence on its own, man. Go ahead and play the video, Frank. It's interesting.
New herpes itching is that is from my perspective, I'm not saying censor you for it. It is negative when you read something and it's some weird infighting thing and you don't even really know what it is. I've always tried to make my broadcast about things that people generally understand, and then I can bring in some terms and try to walk people into a more complex issue. But I'll be sitting there all the time, I'll be reading something and I'll be like, what does that mean? It'll say something, it's like, oh, I'm surprised Alex is on air on Saturday wearing his little hat. And I'll go, what? Little hat, Saturday. Oh, Orthodox Jews don't work on Saturday and they wear little hats. And it's just like, dude, you're obsessed with Jews. And look, talk about them all day. Just say the word over and over again. If it makes you have orgasms. But my point is that I'm not Jewish. And I'm an Anglo-Saxon Protestant. And I don't hate Jews or anything.
Okay,
Did you say
Anglo-Saxon Protestant? Okay. What did he say he was that, though? This dude labeled him an Anglo-Saxon Protestant. Okay. My bad.
You get to the Protestants in history.
Damn,
you have to go to these Protestants one day. Well, I'm telling you.
Yeah, they don't get along. You mean they're beef with? See, that's the white man versus the Catholic, dude. That's what that is and shit. You know what I'm saying? Protestant versus Catholics, dude. That's what that shit is and shit. You know what I mean? But they all the same thing. Just like the creed people and the white people, they're supposed to not get along.
They break off, man.
Because I could be a white person and say that I'm a creed person. It's interchangeable. I could say I'm a Democrat and be a Republican. It's just too interchangeable for these motherfuckers. You can't trust. You know what I'm saying? That's just like you, a black spaces. You see, one week you see this motherfucker. Oh, I'm a Hebrew Israelite, nigga. You could be down with Islam the next week, and then you could be down with, you know what I'm saying? You could be a devout Christian the next week. Come on, bro. Interchangeable shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to watch all these people. All of them. I'm really talking about these politicians though. Not really so with the religion, but with the push of their agenda for the religion and saying that it's under the guise of the religion. You know what I'm saying? That's dangerous. What they doing, especially with these you know what I'm saying, with Israel and all of them, and censoring you for it. See, what is Trump going to do about that? How come nobody's talked about that? The censoring for Israel. Why would you be for that if you're for Israel? Why would you be against? Why would you be against censorship for Israel? You would not be against it if you're for Israel. He ain't gonna do nothing about it.
Let me tell you something about this Alex Jones thing. He is actually defending the algorithm, Cheek.
Yeah, the algorithm, right.
Wait a minute. So what happened? Okay, let me back up. Because I know they went in on him for defending Elon Musk with the H1B1 visas, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Now that you saying the side by side picture where he had lost that weight, right?
Mm-hmm.
You saying he lost it too fast? That's not him.
That's what I'm looking at. I look at it. It might be daggone AI generated photo.
Yeah, he look different though. He do look different.
He do look different, yeah. Because I'm like,
the eyes and everything, just the way everything looks weird. Like the way the gestures and everything he's making. I don't know,
not the same as before.
It just, I mean, I've seen Alex. I wouldn't know like Alex Jones watch every day or nothing, but I remember how it just looked different. I don't know, man. Because remember, they could do that deep fake. They could do all that.
They can do
I
that.
know. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Well, you defending Elon Musk any way around it, dude. You like, oh, y'all obsessed with the Jew. Dude, motherfuckers obsessed with the oppression, bro. Motherfuckers are getting oppressed, man. What you mean we obsessed with? You make it seem like it's a baseball team that you don't like and we like or something. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? This shit is real life, man.
Right. I told you he gonna do it.
He can't think he gonna want people to raise money if he rolling with the small heads now. I'm telling you, he's gonna lose. They wrong with the small head. Them white boys is pissed online. I'm telling y'all, they are pissed.
They're beefing with they mad at them.
Yeah, I mean they you go ahead. I mean they are livid. They are livid about what's going on. So I just don't see how it's gonna pan out because
Well,
I mean when they better be careful.
Well, actually, to be honest with you, them getting livid, some of them is, and some of them acting out their part. And actually, that's fitting into the agenda they want.
I see what you're saying,
Yeah,
BJ.
because actually, they want the discussion. Like him, he kind of like, trying to say, y'all talking about him, but they use his same agenda to say you being anti-Semitic, and then you put the citizen that way. So it's kind of like, let me make sure I set the stage for the infighting. That way,
Okay.
I can get mine still in the agenda page. I say, oh, you're hating on us, and blah, blah, blah. And then here we go. You got the people in Congress who are already saying, hey, look, everybody's attacking them. And then you got this guy right online saying the same damn thing. But he is actually on here, I think he's defending the algorithm tweak. As a matter of fact, on X, they got a social credit score. And one of they posted it was 38. 38 in gematria is the murder number. Now watch this. Watch this now. This is funny as hell. Because they mentioned something earlier in that video we played about Colorado Springs. Well, guess what? The Denver Broncos playing Colorado. And guess what the damn score of the game was when they beat the Kansas City Chiefs now yesterday? The score was 38-0. Now, have you ever heard of a team they ain't lost but one game all season, get beat 38-0? I don't give a damn. They playing all backups. Kansas City's favorite to go to Super Bowl, and they lost to the Broncos 38-0. Crazy.
Coincidences, baby.
And guess what? Who the Kansas City Chiefs play early this year? The New Orleans Saints. Where the Super Bowl at? New Orleans. They the favorite to go. The new Tom Brady. At home.
And he look weird. He look weird though.
I mean, I'm obsessed with freedom and my family.
Look at his eyes. Eyes look very strange.
And liberty and technology and ideas and engineering and art and literature and music and culture.
Why does he keep blinking his eyes like that?
Then it's the same thing like reading what the radical Muslims say. It's all their own gibberish and all their own little weird world. And I'm just like, oh, so I just don't interface with you. You're not like me, which is fine. You're superior. If you're a black supremacist and hate everybody unless they're black, fine.
A black supremacist. What is he talking about?
What is he talking about? Hold on. Back that shit up, BJ. What did you say some shit like that for?
I thought he talking about South African white motherfucker. I didn't know he talking about niggas. I'm like, dang, he drew went right real quick. He went left real quick like a mug. What was this dude, man? Did somebody pull his buzz or something? You know what I'm saying?
Question is, are you a black supremacist?
Damn, because there's no such thing as black supremacy on that level, but there's black supremacists as far as them are fucking with us, fucking over us, yeah. But doing something to white people, no.
I told you. What did I say, Frank? I told you the new face of 9/11. They're gonna use us to be the new face of this 9/11 bullshit they pushing. Okay, pay attention how they playing this on you now, because I'm telling you. I keep hearing it. You heard what the guy said on the video earlier when he said, hey, look, we got to use these incidents basically to get a new amount basically of surveillance in the areas with large crowds. Drones. I showed you last night the drone technology used during COVID. They used it. They used it for all that. So what I'm saying is the new thing is drones. Hey, look, don't worry about it. Hey, look, Dawson, they ain't even got to use no jet plane to, spray you no more with chemtrail. They gonna use a drone to do that. So like, hey man, hey, oh yeah.
Well, that's what they were saying with them drones was spraying stuff when they were seeing them in the air. Someone was spraying stuff.
Yeah, so well, I almost say people been sick, people been upset, and people have been acting a fool. Right? They say a man in St. Louis, He went and helped the guy get out of the snow, and then after he helped the guy get out of the snow, he robbed the man. So what the hell?
What? No way.
Crazy shit. I showed it earlier. I read the article, but I mean, they said somebody down in Petersburg, Virginia today, just in Walmart trying to take somebody out was trying to take somebody out of Walmart. Shit crazy. Hey man, what it is, man. People at wit's end, people snapped up, jabbed up, laughed up. I mean, shit. I don't know. I had to tell one the woman a couple weeks ago, you acting like a damn witch. I said, what you had, some potion?
You had a man, BJ, you gotta get up, you gotta tell her, huh, man. He's telling you.
She said she had drunk too much eggnog or some shit.
Nah, not no eggnog, some alcohol with some eggnog in that mother.
What did you say, man? She said I've drunk a lot of eggnog, BJ. She said my own husband tell me I'm crazy sometimes. I said, well, damn. I said, well, look, you telling me that? Hey, look, I'm just gonna exit stage left. Hey, look, man.
That's the red flag, man.
My homeboy, she might have these guys jumping over bridges and shit. Hey, look. By the way, guess what she said? She said that I know she's a little bit older, but she said she know how to put a hex on you. I said,
damn, that ain't a good sign.
Yo, I ain't heard that in a while.
A hex. It ain't good. That's not a good sign.
I said, you 50 years old talking like that? You trying to put a hex on somebody? I said, damn, you talking like my mama used to talk. Hey, that's what hey, look, man. I ain't got to lie. Everybody got their own superpowers. It's okay, man. It's all right, man. I ain't mad. Hey, look. Hey, look. It say girls all around the world. Women make the world go round, and men do too. Hey, look. There's always a beauty in that.
Hey, BJ, wait. Hey.
Put that motherfucking. Did you put that trash out?
Oh, sure. I was like, oh, shit. Hey, BJ, one more video. Hey, look, what's up with these incidents with these correctional officers, bro? What's up? What's going on, man?
Look, man, let me say something.
Federal prison supervisor convicted of ordering attack on inmate in Butler, North Carolina, the psyops state, the home of the people where the psyops. You know what I'm saying? What's up with this shit, man?
It's well, never mind. I ain't gonna say. Hey, look, man, I kind of just glad I got out of that thing, man, because it's a whole lot of goddamn hanky-panky in that thing, and you can get caught up real easy. But like I said, some of the guys that was in there, they respected me, but I don't know. I mean, it is what it is.
Right.
I would just say this. You cannot, with that kind of business, you got to be on your P's and Q's. But that, all this stuff, let me be dead on with you. They're doing a whole lot of recording these incidents, man. Because
who's recording it, right?
That's what I'm saying. We go ahead and play it.
All right, fair use.
From local stories to Wayne County news, get ready to dive into everything happening in North Carolina. Okay. Hit subscribe.
Prison staff assaulting an inmate has come to the surface after a lieutenant, Mr. Daniel Mitchell, here in North Carolina, who was a lieutenant at the Butler Federal Correctional Center, has pleaded guilty to ordering one of his COs to physically assault an inmate as a part of the punishment. Now, we've all within the past week saw the horrendous beating of our brother, Mr. Robert Brooks, in New York, which led to his unfortunate demise. And that is just once again the surface of these incidents. The only difference between Mr. Brooks and the thousands of other incidents like this is his just so happened to be caught on video. And this incident here in Butler, North Carolina, perpetrated by Daniel Mitchell, happened on December the 8th, 2021. And he just pled guilty to violating the civil rights of the inmate. And he faces up to 10 years in prison. Once again, he faces up to 10 years in prison. That doesn't necessarily mean he's going to get the 10 years. Now, how did this situation come about? On December the 8th, a correctional officer, a female correctional officer, said that she was doing her rounds in the SHU division of the prison. Now, if you don't know what SHU is, that's the SHU program, like Denzel said in Training Day, the Special Housing Unit. This is normally reserved for those inmates who are in segregation, have disciplinary action against them in protective custody, or they may have exhibited violent behavior and must be housed in isolation. So this particular day, that CEO said that she was making her rounds and she came in the view of this inmate. And this inmate was said to expose himself and engage in a sexual act. Now, many,
wait a minute, man. Hold on, man. Wait a minute. Yes, that actually does happen. It was a process called gunning. Okay.
That's what that's called, gunning?
If you talking about exposing itself, because they had a thing where they would call women officers to the cell. Yeah, they call them to the cell. And then when a woman opened their cell, they just unload on her.
Damn.
Yeah. Not all on her. For better purposes, terminology. Yeah, so they had to go in there and, she had to go to get cleaned up and had to go to the nurse or something like that, because that's a man semen getting on, you know what I'm saying? Squirting on you like that, man. So couple guys
have been in prison.
That was some real nasty shit, man, but they would do that. But at the same time, I ain't trying to be funny.
Right.
Some of them women on them yards be messing with the men too. So that's another thing. But
right, that's true.
I think one got pregnant. Matter of fact, I know she did.
If you haven't been to prison, I don't advise you to go. But some guys in prison, especially when they see a female CEO, they will begin to pleasure themselves, in layman's terms. And so I guess in this particular day, my man was feeling kind of froggy, and he went to, as they say in jail, he went to get money. You know what I'm saying? He was getting money in front of the CEO. And so the CEO, which is a female CEO, went and told Lieutenant Mitchell. Now, Lieutenant Mitchell said that he called another CEO. The report says the case says that he called another CEO into his office, and he said that the report said that him and the CEO discussed how they should punish the man. Now, normal punishment for this will probably be like a first degree write-up, and actually some place they give you a street charge for that. But so you would get a write-up, they would hand it to the man. You would have to, go before the disciplinary board, receive some segregation or whatever. But Lieutenant Mitchell said, nah, this is not going to work on this guy, man. He needs to be taught a lesson. And what he told the guy was to quote unquote, tighten him up. Tighten him up, in which
you already know what that means.
Yeah, man. I know what it means.
Man, go upside that motherfucker head, boy. Damn.
Now, all jokes aside, that really is not in the handbook. You ain't really supposed to do no shit like that. But
hell no.
But
because that's the violation of civil rights, right there and shit.
Yeah, but hey, I mean, look, I'm gonna be dead on with you. Like Escape said, who can I run to?
Facts.
Right? But some of these guys, like a lot of these guys, actually are lawyers though. So you gotta be careful. One guy gave shit. One of them guys gave a guy a note. He said, "Hey, if something else happens to me, I'm gonna call my lawyer in, man." Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, wow, bro. Some of these guys got good representation too, bro. They call a lawyer and stuff on their phone. So you gotta be careful when they get to make a call. They make calls to lawyers sometimes, man. About some of these practices.
Right. I know. You see, and you underestimate these inmates, man. Some of these cats got money. They get money behind when they in jail, more in prison. That's where they get their hustle on. Some of these motherfuckers got high-powered lawyers. See, you never know, man.
Man, the guy told the guy, "I will call you. He like if anything else happens, I will get my lawyer on you."
You can't.
The lawyer is a famous attorney in Richmond.
Famous. I think he ain't losing no cases like that. And plus, just the representation precedes itself. You feel me? Just for having a reputation alone like that, people ain't gonna want him.
Matter of fact, I think he liked state. He was in the state senate or something like that too. Matter of fact, now he got disbarred. Matter of fact, I told Dawson about this lawyer before.
You know, this is always like that. They always go into politics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's
business or politics, but same thing. Damn,
matter of fact, come think about it. Matter of fact, he an Italian too. You're an Italian lawyer too, man.
Hey, them cats, man. Yeah, they all across the, like, you know what I'm saying? You at the East Coast, them that, you know, they all over there, dude.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Frank. This lawyer, he loves some brown sugar.
Oh yeah, they do. Oh yeah, them Italians, they always mess with black women. That's their main thing. I noticed that the women mess with us, and the men mess with the black women. That's true. I'm from New York, so I be knowing, man. They be that's true.
Yeah.
But see, you get that powerful lawyer, man. That's a lifeline, man.
Dawson know what lawyer I'm talking about. This guy. They should do. I told him about him before. Yeah.
The report says that it was a phrase that both of them knew meant to physically assault him, meaning that this is not the first time. This is an order of operations for this particular lieutenant. And so after receiving those orders, this particular CEO went to the individual cell, and they list him as KG. Now, I know a KG, but I don't think this is that KG, because KG is out. Shout out to KG. But so he goes to the cell. He tells some more officers, look, go ahead with me and extract this man out of his cell and take him to a special holding cell. And so when the man got him to the holding cell, he waited till all of the officers were out of the room, and then he began punching and kicking the inmate. Evidently, there was some noise. Some people were alerted. Then other COs came and pulled the individual CO off of the man.
Yeah.
And the man sustained minor injuries. The lieutenant was very careful to make sure you avoid his face. Why? So there won't be any evidence of the beating. So, I guess he was, kicking him and punching him in the body. Nevertheless, somebody saw him doing this and pulled the man off of him. And then one of the COs who witnessed it did the right thing. They reported the incident to a higher up. That higher up evidently did his job. And then a federal investigation ensued, which led to the arrest of Lieutenant Mitchell. Now, once again, that was 3 years ago, and he just pleaded guilty.
Dawson, what you think?
So they violate somebody's civil rights in a jail.
Yeah,
he got convicted.
The feds did get it, but the feds charged him. I think that then this is I guess he's finishing the part where they said it what happened, but they know they charged him.
Last week on December the 28th.
Niggas just on the menu. That's why we need to get our stuff together. That's just what it is. We like you just, a sheep, they coming at you like cannon fodder. I mean,
that's true.
That's just, it's sad to hear the stories that it's happened like that, but we just losing too many people, too many young people, too many of our youth. It's the parenting, it's the schools, it's, I don't know.
Right.
We should be doing the opposite. We should be collapsing these private prison systems.
Collapsing them, right? Opposite, right?
It should be illegal immigrants in those, right? You came over here illegal. We should be replaced with them. Which I said, if you let somebody illegal come over the border breaking federal law, then you need to let everybody out of prison.
Fact.
Why one law is greater than the other? Now, I'm not saying the crimes they commit, they don't need to be locked up, but you look at the what they doing over here. Then we say somebody got a bond. One of them they gave a bond. How the hell you get a bond? You're not a citizen.
Yeah, yesterday.
How?
Boy, damn.
No, you committed that straight deport. When Trump was in the first office, they deported a lot of them. Go ahead, BJ.
No, you good. No, I'm gonna just show you a graph.
I'm done.
Right quick. Before I go, I'm gonna show you.
That's
I'm gonna show y'all a graph right quick.
Dawson spins the facts.
No, right. No, I'm gonna show you a graph here.
Yeah, replace that with us and shit, man.
Population.
That hold Trump accountable, and all these people, man. This whole little cabinet.
I hold everybody accountable.
But see, look,
Orange man and all.
You know what I just thought about this? His cabinet is pro-Israel, but they're supposed to be pro-immigrant deportation. How does that work?
Well, let's just see how it play out, Frank. Let's just see how it play out because it's a divide going on right now.
It is a divide.
So,
but that's what they do.
But let's see who. Because some of these people last Ruah, and if Trump flipped the script like that, I don't know, it might not be good for him. That means you play the graph, BJ. You said you got a graph.
I'm gonna show you something. This is what I was telling y'all about planning, and this is why I said that these people got obviously a treaty with the UN because if you look at this right here, immigrants have had lower incarceration rates than the U.S. born for 150 years. Did you get that? You get that right? Okay, you get that right. They have had lower incarceration rates than us. You get that? Okay. So, and then the decline is part of a broader divergent outcomes between less educated immigrants and U.S. born. So, Frank, if you remember when I played that video with Dr. Sheep earlier and they were talking about the outsourcing the jobs and all that and how they got them basically working slave labor and stuff like that and the brokers getting paid all that money? Those people are brought here on dime. They got thousands of them of these outsourcing companies, but they got you saying, "Hey, I want this." Well, guess what? Pay them $5,000 to do this job, whatever, and because like he broke down. If you making $50,000, you really supposed to make $120,000 a day. If you making $50,000 right now, right? That's why he said 47 trillion been stolen from American worker since the 1970s. Okay, now. Because wages been going down, they ain't been going up. Because if you think about it, with all the inflation, all that, that's really going down.
Right.
Because think about it. Your energy bill going up. Maryland got energy bill going 35%.
You know what, BJ, you right. My cousin did a thing for her birthday party, her 49th birthday, and I forgot to take it with me. Do y'all know back in the day that now I think it's true, y'all. that somewhere I think the average worker back in the day, and I'm talking about the year she was born, they said they made like $100,000.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna send y'all a picture. I'm gonna tell her to send me a picture.
Ooh.
The year she was born, because that's how she did it. It said it showed how cheap bread was, how much clothes were, you had HEB, the different stores, the grocery stores that were still around. And and so I looked, yeah, that's why the woman can stay home and, they can have multiple kids and all. Yeah, the $100,000.
Ooh.
Hey, nobody get bread today, Dawson. Shit. Tag on the stores was empty. A lot of them were anyway. Snow make it
Too cold.
Shit, snow make these people go into the store like toilet paper snow. Man, I talked to the guy, man. I talked to the guy in the gym. I said, man, what the hell going on? He was like, man, he said, look, man, the stove was empty with bread, eggs. Half that shit was gone, man. They heard that snow was coming or they was snowing. Everybody panics. He like, man, he said, man, that stove looked like it was did COVID when everybody took everything. I said, damn. But yep. And then listen, let me read this, Frank. You see this right here? The immigration rate for immigrants in the United States, incarceration rate for immigrants in the United States lower than the incarceration rate for and the gap has been widening since the 1960s. Oh, damn. Now, watch this. After that, what do they call it? Is it NAFTA? Yeah, NAFTA, November. But under Reagan too, you see.
All of them, BJ. Bush, all of them. Clinton. Started with Reagan. See, they always want to praise Ronald Reagan. They never bring that up about him.
Man, never.
When you're hollering about H-1B1 visas, bring that up with that. That's part of the amnesty. Man, come on.
Yep, amnesty. Yep.
And that always attack us. Go look up the history of how many brothers lost their good jobs in the chemical plant and the trucking industry. Getting paid good money when he started that amnesty program. Go ahead, BJ. I ain't mean to interrupt. Keep going.
That also expanded to your incarceration rates, with your core civic, which is really Corrections Corporation America. They changed the name. That's why you got expanding things. Really, to tell you the truth. See, if we really break down that crime bill and really what it was,
right?
It really it had something to do with locking you up, but it was more so about, hey, look, we got surplus labor. These men and women is gonna ask for money, and guess what? We can replace them with young immigrant males and send them into prison. That's what it was about in a technicality.
Facts.
That was
pretty much
goal doing.
Pretty much.
Yep. They also said we're gonna take the streets back, gentrification, and the housing projects, etc.
Yeah.
Indeed. Matter of fact, Atlanta had one of the biggest housing projects down in Atlanta. I forgot the name of it. Chicago had Cabrini Green, these massive housing projects at that time. As a matter of fact, they finishing it off now, right? But they said we're gonna do mixed income development, Section 8, blah blah blah. That shit ain't really coming to existence, man, because this shit high as hell now, right? But I will say this. With this, see, that's why I said these immigrants got a contract or treaty with the UN.
They got to. I know they do.
Right. Sure.
Well, let's see.
Right. Sure.
Well, let's immigration contract with UN. They might, they got something on there.
Okay.
Let me clear my throat.
Man, what you think about that?
Woke up back time. Where he been?
Nah, man, I've been over here, man.
No, Shaq, you was asleep. We heard you snoring.
I listened to everything y'all was saying. I'm over here. No. I'm over here shopping. I'm trying to build my Amazon caught up, man. That shit is addictive. I'm picking out some items I need to get. Some gloves.
What you getting,
I got this face mask with the this beanie that come with the face mask.
Oh, for the cold weather.
Yes, sir. I'm looking at these Tommy Copper gloves.
Oh yeah, Tommy Copper.
Yeah, bro. They got the winter gloves. Touchscreen.
They do? Shoot,
Yeah.
I need some. Man, my
send you
hands
the
are
link.
so red. Send me that
You know
shit.
what?
My hands
They got
so
something for women.
red.
Go on Amazon. They got a whole bunch of like different little therapeutic gloves. Tommy Copper, they got some with the they
Yeah,
got
I
some with
can't
the
be taking
menthol
that
and shit
cold
for
red.
people
My
with arthritis and shit. Menthol and
my
CoQ10
pain.
in it.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that cold sick triggers the pain for sure.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
oh yeah.
it
Well, you
do.
definitely
Oh
need them,
my
man. You need some
gosh.
Tommy Copper gloves, bro. You need that. You need to get you some.
I'll get it. You
I
said
ain't
I
got
got
your
the
address, man.
women.
I would get you some and send them to you.
No, send me the link, Shaq. Just send me the link and I can order the women's.
Okay, yeah, because they. Let me see if I can find that link on it.
Hey, but
My hands was messed up today.
Shaq, what you think about that though? That these immigrants got a contract, dude.
It's right here. The
Yeah,
Global
but they told y'all
Compact for
that, yeah.
Migration.
Go back through it, BJ. Go back down. What it say?
The Global
You skipped
Compact
it.
for Migration.
Okay, I see it.
United Nations. What state is that? New York. New York.
Damn.
Boy, these mugs, man.
Now
Yeah,
look.
crazy.
Now look, migration of global reality were estimated 281 million international immigrants worldwide. The majority of migrants around the world today travel, live, and work in a safe, orderly, and regular manner. Nonetheless, migration undeniably affects our countries, communities, and immigrants, and migrants and their families. And it's very difficult in sometimes unpredictable ways. And you got 93 UN member states recognize needs for a comprehensive approach to human mobility and enhance cooperation at the global level. And that's pretty much right there. I mean, it's called the Global Compact for Migration with the United Nations. And as your good buddy Bianchi was telling you, all you got to do is look on the board of the United Nations. As a matter of fact, who is going to be the UN ambassador?
You get that link? I sent it to the group text, Facebook group. You can just click on it, then just scroll through and see, because they got on there.
Okay.
They got the one. They got some. If you could, well, let me see. Let me see the one with this guy. They got some. They got motherfucking menthol and CoQ10 in it. I said, damn.
Dang, that's new.
Let me go back. Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna add these.
I need to wear my copper necklace too. I need to put them back on. They work.
Oh, I gotta get it. I think I got large hands. How can you measure hands and tell them what you got? Medium and large. How
Can you stop? You know what hand type of hands you got. Don't you know how to palm a basketball?
Y'all stupid, man. I can't mess with y'all, bro. Y'all wild.
His head. Somebody go upside his head.
Okay. Oh, you get two pairs. They say get two black gloves. Does that mean two? When they say two pair, that mean two different.
Oh, it coming two. Yeah, you getting two pair? Oh, it coming two pair? Oh,
I think they say you get two pair. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm better about the dot on him.
Black.
Try to order.
You know, black is always the go-to.
Yeah, Linda Thomas Greenfield is the ambassador to the UN. But yeah, that's the one. Matter of fact, that was the one that I think she the one that she black lady she was supposed to vote against. Well, they were trying to get the nations to vote against Israel. She said, "No, we ain't doing that."
Really?
This was an older lady this time that did it.
This was recently when they was trying to
Yeah, she was on the
do the
U.S.
crimes against Netanyahu.
Yeah, shoot, I told you
Oh,
at least the
wow.
money. Who I forgot. Is she gonna be there?
Mhm.
Yeah, you in or something? She came out and said it. She said, "I don't give a damn. We don't give what Israel do. We ain't nothing we gonna do to stop Israel from getting money. Full stop."
Oh yeah, she did say that.
Just straight out.
Wow.
She said, "We don't care what they do."
Well, we got a whole lot of treason still in this country.
And see, look, you see, it's crazy because both administrations had a bunch of Israel sympathizers on both of them. That's what's like you can't trust. I mean, one of them, right?
Evangelicals. I mean, they fund. They latch themselves on to envelop them. The Jesuits, they all latch themselves on, and they say we doing it in the name of Jesus.
Damn. I guess he's evil then. Damn, because if that's the name of him, damn, y'all doing this evil stuff. Damn.
Well, hey, look. Well, I'm like, look, it is a David and Goliath story. And somebody got to be the Goliath. Somebody got to be. But I'm gonna tell you what, you must start throwing rocks at somebody. But yeah, like I said, it's gonna be cold. Yeah, I'm glad that Shaq, like I said, you get some gloves, face masks, or ski masks, whatever you need. Because right now, oh yeah, it's like that, right? It's like I said, it'll be 10 degrees here in a couple of days. Like I said, I will be fine. It's okay, right? Look, like I told the guy, but you still got to drink your water and fluid. Just because it get cold, don't mean.
That's true.
Yeah, because you can get foot cramps. You can also, what do you call it? Is it hypothermia? Yeah.
Yep.
Conditions. And I'm not sure about in Texas, but in some states, people get frostbite. Now, if it's cold, you ain't used to it, you can get frostbite real easily. But
it's on the panhandle.
So people just have to be careful with that. Whether gotta still get your vitamins, things like that. Weather. So, but hey, look, like I said, people got to just deal with the cold right now in a lot of these states. And hey, man, look, if you don't know how to drive or you feel apprehensive, please stay the fuck off the goddamn road. We got 180 some crashes down here.
Damn.
Right.
Golly.
I was out for a little bit today. I saw people on the side of the road and stuff, And you know what, man? And y'all look at these people. Don't get me wrong, man. Well, come on, man. Well, y'all driving the Audis, the sports coupes. Is this really supposed to be?
Can't drive for shit, but driving the latest and greatest and shit.
Hey, look. Insurance companies don't crash out on the side of the highway. Insurance companies might see you coming.
Yeah.
But
damn, but they got a bundle where you can get all three. Where you can get the 2-pack, and you can get. I guess I don't know what this other one is, and you can get another one. I like four pair of different gloves.
I'm glad somebody getting ready.
Bundle pack. If you get all three.
Well, I'm gonna get it.
I'm glad
cozy.
I'm glad somebody's taking some precautions and not being a sitting duck. But go ahead, Dawson. You shout out anything you want to shout out. Be careful.
Well, Insta be blocking me, but y'all can follow me under share _speaks. I need to make another one too. Share _speaks TV. Cause I don't know, y'all. They blocked me so much, y'all. I don't know.
She meant Insta bitch.
Yeah, there you go.
It's okay, it's all right. Don't worry about it. No.
And you can find me on YouTube on those too, but I haven't even spoke yet. And they gave me 2 copyright strikes. Share _speaks TV and share _speaks 21. But I'm blocked on there. But on X, they shadow brand me. You can follow me on X.
TikTok will be banned in 13 days, guys. Possibly.
Wait, BJ, wait. I thought it went to the Supreme Court.
Really? But I know they was up to be banned on the 13th, the 19th or something like that.
19th.
Which is
One day before the inauguration, ain't that something?
Well, yeah, and the 19th is what? 911. How nice.
911. And ain't he having a event on 911?
There you go. 911.
It's a joke in your town.
Oh, yeah, man. 911 is a joke for him.
Hey, that's what Public Enemy said, but unfortunately, if you look at Flavor Flav, he turned out to be a joke. Hey, you can either light the fire,
What is that?
you can light the fire or fight the power. Which way you want? Light the fire. Hey, look, I'm about to go light some snow, and I'm gonna find out if this shit real or not.
Right, with facts though, because man, you never know, man. All the chemtrails and stuff they spraying, man. You know.
Yep.
Frank, what's going on in Los Angeles? Talking about National Weather Service in Los Angeles has issued life-threatening, destructive, widespread wind warnings for parts of southern Los Angeles. Winds are expected to gust up to 50 miles an hour and are experiencing hurricane force. This from Wow Alerts on X. This is at today. Los Angeles, California.
Hold up. Okay, yeah. Let me look into this right now. Damn.
Okay.
It's funny.
Steady winds.
I mean,
yep.
I was thinking it wasn't
trees fall. Steady winds. The trees are projected.
I live in a good part, man, because
okay.
And in the winds.
It say it's gonna start at 4 a.m. Tuesday morning until Wednesday evening. You pull it up. It's on.
Yeah,
well, I'm on Wow Alerts on X.
Stay his ass in the house.
Hey.
Yes.
It's amazing how. Hey, look, Dawson. That's that song. It's amazing how you.
I'm playing it right now. You don't got to pull it up. I'm just.
Okay.
What are you playing on? You say what, BJ?
It's amazing how you sweep me off my feet with a windstorm.
There you go.
Damn, man. I guess
100 miles. That's 100 miles, bro.
Hey, man.
What the fuck?
Hey, look.
Be careful, Frank. Y'all be careful.
Hey, look.
Once again,
don't
they got
call on Jesus now. For shit.
They will. They will.
Nah, I thought him.
Yeah, these bras looking like they, you know what I'm saying? Instagram chicks or something. But you're right though. Hey, yeah, man, Dawson, that is weird. That's the high wind. That's what they call Santa Ana wind. That's 100.
Okay.
That's ridiculous. So it's gonna be. They said shit. Okay, it's to Wednesday. So I'm like, damn, should I even be Wednesday? But see, I just let you know that this type of weather, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of manipulation going on, man, and modification and shit. You know, from all from the east to the west. From the east to the west, man.
Who told you to be some goddamn conspiracy theory talking about this weather? What the hell?
I know, right?
Hey, look, man. Damn. Hey, look. Y'all can ban me. Hey, look. All conspiracy theories are welcome. I really don't give a damn. Okay, it's fine, man. Conspiracy theories are welcome. There you go, y'all. Look, y'all got lions, tigers, bears, and all this shit. Hey, look, man. Then you got my people mad, Dawson, my boy from Hampton. He called me Dave BJ, man. You know the 5 man Gerard Mayer. I said, yeah, man. I was talking about it yesterday, man. He like, man, dang. But I said, you look at it, he did the same thing Lovie Smith did a couple years ago. He won that last game of the season, cost that team the number 1 pick. They said, all right, fuck it. You cost the number 1 pick. You gone. Actually, Houston did good with that because they got CJ Stroud out of it. But hey, look, it is what it is. But whatever. But I told him, don't worry about it. But I said he can come back home if you want to. But yeah, Frank, you go ahead and shout out your information, man.
Word, man. Salute, man. You know, man, y'all can catch me at XX Frank Nitty XX on YouTube and on Instagram, and my other Instagram is Frank Jones 8115. I'll let your boy, man. Subscribe, check me out.
Yeah, you good, man. All right, Shaq, what you got, man?
Man, I'm still over deciding, baby. I need to give me some hey Frank.
This cat, man.
Hey,
oh shit.
Hey, boy, it's like dope, bro. I know what they be doing, man.
Are you on the Amazon? Are you on the,
Oh man, I was off Amazon for about 2-3 years. I ordered up all type of shit, nigga.
Yeah, that is
Man.
addictive. And then like when we used to go to the 99-cent store, like sometimes Dollar Tree.
Damn.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get like a couple things and shit. I average $20-some every time I go. And I'm like, I really didn't mean to get all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be addicting. You right. I'm gonna get some some knack from Amazon though.
Yeah, y'all can tap in with me, man, on the old gram, dog. At Shaq Waller and Shaq it was on Facebook. YouTube. Tap in on YouTube too, Shaq Waller. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, well, I just want people to be safe out the weather. Don't go anywhere unknown right now, I guess. You don't know how patterns dripping, you know, if you snow, you know, some places are icy, freezes, of course, black ice.
I wonder when we supposed to get some snow.
Maybe. Freeze
over.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that one time?
Actually, I like, believe it or not, I like snow better than the freeze. At least snow can be kind of slushy. Freeze, you can slip on ice. Actually, snow ain't in, but I mean, if snow on a regular road, snow by cars keep going, snow ain't gonna stick that long if people can steadily keep going through. But ice will, because that's just how it is. But I mean, it ain't rocket science really. But you know, but unfortunately, you know what? I'm wrong, because in this day, things that were so elementary are so far away. Unfortunately. That's why I always say, come on, people. I thought we learned this 60 years ago. But then again, when I look back at it, we didn't learn anything. we're still in the same predicament. Or it's probably been good. Unfortunately.
Right. So what y'all temperature looking like?
What, here?
Mm-hmm.
Shit. 28 degrees. It's snowing.
Ooh-wee.
By Thursday morning, matter of fact, it could be 10 degrees, supposedly.
Oh, I don't know if I better can use this one.
But
this one say zinc sulfate. I know. Last time I had some dang on any antibiotic with sulfur in it, base whoa, I broke whoa. Man, I had a reaction. I was looking like Hitch in that motherfucker, bro. Literally.
Well, look.
Damn. I don't know about
I'm out, but I'm gonna say this. If you want to come down and ski, come on down. All the kids was at the park today skiing. It was like hundreds of white folks out there skiing. Out there on this lake. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. They was all out there, look at this, going down the hill. So, dogs and everything.
Man.
Hey, that's how it be, man.
Zinc sulfate. I gotta look that up.
Love the snow, Frank.
Immune.
I'm looking at the snowman like, what is this? But it's all fun. Hey, Virginia got the snow right now. One of them was 7 inches or 5 inches, whatever the hell it was. But you know, I guess
I miss the snow,
man. I don't. But this is the first one they had in quite some time, so they're happy. But it is what it is. I mean, we really hadn't. Really, to tell you the truth, sometimes in January, like one time, January, February last year, like 70 degrees one time. But I expect this one to be a little bit more colder and a little bit more icy.
Magnesium glycinate.
But y'all, Y'all great people. Take your time and be the biggest,
liquid,
baddest conspiracy theorists out there. That's all I say. Be the biggest, baddest. When they'll call you one, be the biggest, baddest one. The hell with it. Don't worry about it. Hey, look, because the conspiracy theorists, I did learn a lot of them still living in 2025. And guess what?
It's the coda season, ain't it?
The other ones,
Cutler.
Coming to you.
Hey, I've been thinking about, man. Look, I really been thinking about putting that business together, man. Put me a coloring business, nigga. Where we go and just, color, man. Color with the woman. Color.
Y'all take y'all time.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I got you.
All right, y'all. Salute.
Gotcha.